Hey, welcome back. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties with the stream equipment. It was outputting some different resolution that it wasn't supposed to. But we're back now. What happened off stream was round one, map one, and Candy Crushers actually was able to take that with a last-second victory, which is
that was an impressive overtime victory by the Candy Crash crew here. So it's we are ready to move on to round two, which is Clam Blitz on Port Mackerel. So yes, we are back. We are back live. We are back on stream. We should have some actual Splatoon action for you for the next several hours. So here we go.
consistent. It's always these little things.
That's right, those little things.
Here we go. I think I have everybody set up. Just to let you guys know, we're going with, again, Fermenting Femurs. The team consists of Jorian, Shade, Castafe, and Yule? I don't know how we would say that. And Team C being the Candy Crashers, we've got over here who's representing for them, Jason, P-Chip, Nolo, and Shutters. And we can get that started, as you said, Clam Blitz, Port Mackerel.
Clam Blitz on Port Mackerel. So we are going to, this is always fun. If you can control the lanes, you can control the approaches to the clam basket. So this is going to be a lot of fun to see how these teams work together. Clam Blitz, again, being that mode where coordination within the team is probably the most important, given all of the different variables that you have in this particular mode.
Yeah, and even though there are a lot of variables, we might be able to expect something like Bubbles, Ball, Stingray, some specials that give you a pretty good advantage in heading on forward for Clam Blitz.
Yeah, absolutely. Area control with the Stingray can definitely be very helpful. The classic ballering in with the ball. That's always a good way to do it too. So yeah, and bubbling in. I have seen a lot of bubbles on Port Mackerel. It is a big flat area for the most part, with a couple of raised areas, but for the most part, you are on the flat ground, so those bubbles will come after you, or at least you can use them to shield your approach.
Yeah, and as you said, there are three lanes, and these are three really long lanes. Like, you can see down for miles, and like it's pretty. When you have that kind of visibility, you can see the bubbles coming in from miles away, but you're gonna have to react to them before they even come out.
And sometimes the bubbles are on top of you a lot sooner than you expect. So
you can start breathing that way. Can I breathe in a bubble? I don't know. My Switch screams.
Not if it's not your color. That's gonna be the problem right there.
So let's see. We've got. What colors do we have? Unfortunately, we can't choose colors in this mode. We have.
So yes, the Femurs are on yellow, and the Candy Crashers are on light blue.
That's right. And we're gonna see what kind of specials. What kind of weapons do we have here, Zada?
So our weapons today are we have Cass playing the custom dually squelchers. We have Jorian on the Kensa splatter shot. Sorry. We have Yule on the the splat leg. The heavy. Not the. Why do I always get it wrong? Sheldon's Splatling, I'm going to call it that. And then we have the clear dapple dualies for shade. Over on blue team, we got Jason with the Blob Blobber, Chip with the Splat-O-Matic, Nolo with the Kensa dualies, and Shutters with the normal heavy Splatling.
Right. During that shout-out, we actually saw a pretty good offensive going on from, which one is that? Is that Candy Crashers over there? Blue team? Yeah, that's Candy Crashers. They were able to push initially for 68 points. It was a strong start. We have still 4 minutes left, but for the first minute they were able to land in what it seems like a power clam and then some clams. But most of the map priority right now goes to Fermenting Femurs. You can see on the map here, there's a lot of yellow going out. And
yes, the the Femurs definitely asserting a lot of control over the turf right now.
And if they're able to just get that footing right, they can get inside. They do have the power clamp to be able to do it, and they did set themselves up well. But with two of their frontliners going down, I don't think they're going to be able to complete that push. 3 now.
Yeah, there's some really good defense coming from the Candy Crashers right now. I'm sorry, from the Fermenting Femurs. It will take me a while to get used to the team names, but by the end of the stream, I'll know them pretty well. That is the fun thing about It's Dangerous to Go Alone, is that these teams were only set up a little bit more than a day ago. So they've had only about a day to get used to each other if they've had the chance, and that makes it all the more challenging, I think, but also challenging in a good way. I think it definitely allows people to get their teamwork together. So right now we can see that they have 22 clams on the Fermenting Femurs, and they are doing their best to get things down, but the Fermenting Femurs are down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jorian was in the corner there trying to protect that power climb as best he could, but when you have the power climb, everybody knows you're there. The broadcast.
And we do have a splatling war going on in the back too. So it's been Shutters is holding back right now. The advances of the Fermenting Femurs.
Yeah, Shutters really actually holding down middle very well.
And there's that Stingray. Again, area control.
Let's see what the map looks like. It's actually pretty even between Femurs and Candies. Surprisingly so, since Shutters was able to shut down a lot of the middle. It seems like they're playing it very safe. It makes sense since they do have the lead. Candy Crashers still sitting at 68 points with a 16 penalty. And what they really need to do is just defend, honestly, for another minute and a half to be able to take this match.
And a lot can happen in a minute and a half, so we'll see what's happening. We got Shade making a play into enemy territory right now.
9 clams too.
9 clams. Shade is close.
Being targeted down by Shutters. I'm not sure if Shade can be able to do it on his own. That's dangerous territory for one squid.
Yep.
2 when you're on the enemy territory.
Jason coming in there with that Bloblobber and taking down Shade. We have a little battle between Yule and Nolo. Yeah, that was a trade. Right under the basket.
Shutters in here playing more of a frontline situation. Definitely.
Shutters has moved up quite a bit. And Shutters taking down 3 of the other team in the last few seconds here. There is a basket break.
Very nice. Candy Crashers seems like they're going to go ahead and keep that basket open for another 5 seconds more since Jason got it in. And that's going to solidify a pretty good lead for them.
Pushing everyone back, but yeah, that is a solid lead.
All they need to do is defend for another 15 seconds. Make sure that Candy Crush is making sure that Femurs don't make another power slam. That actually sets it up the round for Candy Crush.
So there is of course the Pity Clam on the field right now. So we are going to go into overtime, but we only have a few seconds of overtime unless there's a score. And we have a score.
Yule does open it up, shaking those clams inside, but I don't think there's a follow-up. Yule kind of goes in alone, and even with their Pity Clam, once that basket closes, game's over.
And that is that.
Ooh. Candy Crashers takes that second map, I should say, to bring home the round 1 set. Keep in mind, this is best of 3. We're doing 4 Swiss round.
And yeah, so the Candy Crashers have taken both the first and the second round. I believe that is the end of this Swiss round then.
Congratulations to Candy Crashers. Get used to that. Get used to those names. Candy Crashers, Fermenting Femurs.
Yeah, congratulations to the Candy Crashers and the Fermenting Femurs. They're still alive. Everyone's still alive in these Swiss rounds. So we may see them a little bit later on stream. So great job, everybody. That was fun. And again, sorry you guys couldn't see that first tower control on Kelp Dome. It had an exciting finish, but again, technical difficulties, they do plague even top-notch broadcasts.
Yeah. It happens every now and then, and if Fermenting Femurs was able to hold on to that first map, they actually would have went to a map 3. But, sometimes, even in solo queue, even in organized games, when it comes overtime, Like
A
there's
lot of things can happen. A lot of things can happen in overtime, and a lot of times in overtime, it's momentum that actually has a lot to do with who's going to win. So it's I've had my fair share of heartbreaking overtime losses. I've seen the a fair share of heart pounding overtime wins. So it's certainly one of those things where we can anything can happen in overtime, as long as, and you're going to be okay if you ignore that annoying siren because that is what's going to get you confused.
Yeah, I think that's
So
the part that gets to me.
I think so. I think so.
Once it starts going off, it's definitely pressure's on, everything's going, and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh man, I gotta defend right." And when
Yeah, absolutely.
sometimes the right motivator, people take it home.
So we are waiting on the results of the other Swiss rounds that are currently in process. Currently in process, we have here. The what's next has been cleared. So I think DJAM is probably hard at work getting things set up for what the next Swiss rounds are going to be. But I can tell you right now what the maps are going to be in Swiss round 2. It's going to be Rainmaker on Starfish, Tower Control on Wahoo, and Splat Zones on Schellendorf if needed. So, again, some classic maps coming in. Some of the things that we see in the current rotations. So it is definitely going to be an interesting set of matches coming up.
Yeah, I was actually watching some streamers yesterday play some of these things on the rotation, so I can kind of study the maps as well myself. So it helps to understand it a little bit. So
it does. It does.
it's just the problem is when it's every 2 hours, you can only go through so many maps.
It is true. It is true. And there are only 8 maps for each of the modes in any given month. So it is, it limits the map choice out of the 24 that are available, or 23. It's 24 Splatfest maps and 23 regular maps. I'm sure the 24th is just the random choice.
Yeah, that's.
I'm sure that's how they designed the software. So
I mean, 23 has some cursed energy, so I think I'm gonna stick with the 24. It feels nice.
There you go. There you go.
But it is a lot of maps to choose from. And we actually do have some Splatfests chosen if we're able to get there in the semifinals. Map 5s.
That's right.
We saved the Splatfest for there. And
that's right. And so you may, if you're lucky or unlucky, depending on what your opinion is, you may get to see Railway Chillin'. You may get to see The Ink is Spreading, and you may even get to see MC Princess Diaries. So there are some Splatfest maps that are thrown in here as those tiebreaker finals, should they be needed in the semifinals and final rounds.
Yeah, I'm hoping for those game 5s. Let's go. That's what we want to see.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I mean, we need to see those round 5s. That's definitely what we want to see. So
just to clear something up in chat right now, there's some people saying that the gameplay is blocked. Drago's saying that they can't see the gameplay. To be clear for everybody, we just finished round 1. I guess the screen doesn't really tell you, but we're waiting on round 2 to begin.
And it looks like DJAM has just announced the lineup for round 2. We're going to be casting Empty Eyeballs versus Demonic Demons. And it looks like Candy Crashers are going to be facing the Antagonized Aliens, and the Fermenting Femurs will be facing the Bewitching Bats.
I'm going to go ahead and set up the room. Feel free to join me.
I think I can guess the password, maybe, unless you were cheating on me and making up your own rules. So
not this time. Maybe next time. We'll see what happens.
Maybe next time, yeah.
So just kind of, I'll throw the feedback to the waiting screen, so as not to confuse anybody.
That's right.
If you guys also want to follow along on the brackets there, you can type in !bracket in chat. I'll do that for you really quick. And I'll throw up the Smash GG page for you. You can watch from there. You can watch the progress on there, but we'll be streaming only 2 teams at a time. We'll be streaming 1 set of matches from each round, and I guess we can go over the format of the entire tournament, just for those who might not be familiar. We have it's going to be Swiss brackets, so since we have 6 teams, each team is paired in different matches with each other. We're not going to be seeing all matches. Well, I think eventually we'll be able to see all the teams. at some point. We're gonna have 4 rounds of that. We just watched Swiss round 1, and then this is right now going to be round 2, best of 3. Round 3 is also going to be best of 3, in which we'll watch 2 different teams. And then round 4 will also be best of 3. And based on the points that they win from those, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. And you're exactly right. Based on the results of the 4 Swiss rounds, that will determine the 4 teams that move on to the finals, which are single elimination brackets. So we will see who moves on.
Mm-hmm. And that's when the pressure's really on. We're gonna see between Swiss round 4 and the brackets. How should we say? I say semifinals sometimes. Some people say brackets. When we get there, 2 teams will be eliminated by then, and then we will see the single elimination when the pressure's really on. So if you lose your entire set, you're already out of the tournament. It's tough. So we can set up this room. Take a set it up right. Rainmaker Starfish.
I believe that is right. Rainmaker on Starfish is the first map, and we will go from there.
We roll deep as spectators. Let's see. Empty eyeball, demonic demons. Let's set these up really
quick. It looks like demonic demons actually tag themselves as DXD. In this map, or in this tournament. So congratulations to the demonic demons for coming up with their own tag. So the demonic demons are Phase Ultra 789 Cake, Jolts, and Epic. Yes, Phase Ultra is DXD Ultra. And on the empty eyeballs, yeah, hopefully they aren't exploded eyeballs as well.
They empty somehow.
Liam, I think, Brock, Vanilla, and NC.
Yeah, that looks good. Let's go. I'm gonna start it off on Rainmaker Starfish. It's actually pretty funny that they did make their own clan tag at that point. It's I was actually just about to ask you, like, do they actually come from a team? Was this like coincidence?
You know, DXD, I'm sure it's got to be demonic demons. I mean, I got to give them some props for coming up with a clan tag for this to get going. So yes,
it's good. You got to be proud of your team sometimes. And you know, with demons, you can be mischievous. I think if I were playing on the demons, I would also be really into it. We got some questions about how the people are actually organized. The code used to be able to sort people by their skill level. I think you have a better way of explaining that than I do.
Oh, so well, you know, actually, the person who has the best way of explaining it is Lepto. But basically, what happens in the team selection process, everybody fills out some information on the off the dial bot, which will ask questions about what your current ranks are in each of the 4 modes, and based on those answers, a numerical value is assigned to each player, and each team then is balanced so that they have a similar number of players with lower numbers and higher numbers, or a similar average. So what happens on each team is that there is a bit of balancing going on. Some teams have 5 players, and in those cases, there are rotational subs that are defined. In other words, you know, for example, 2x ranked players might be switching off between each other. So it is kind of a technical way of doing it, but it does ensure a certain amount of balance, at least numerically, among the players. So that certainly makes it a more fair way of assigning random teams.
Right. I mean, it makes for better matches because then you don't have any one team really rolling anyone else. I mean, you watch the stream; it speaks for itself. So
on green right now we have the demonic demons, and on purple we have the empty eyeballs.
Right, demonic
demons taking the Rainmaker.
Opening up very strong, even though there's specials coming out from eyeballs over there. Actually is able to take out the Rainmaker, so also a good counter attack from the eyeballs there. Eyeballs are gonna get together, put it together.
Eyeballs They are pushing that Rainmaker forward. NC currently has the Rainmaker.
Actually, you can see on the side there, Brock, who we're watching right now, is I think Brock.com from Magistrate Merc.
That is Brock.com. I actually met him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I played Smash at a LAN with him, and he destroyed me in Smash too. So
a man with many talents. It does go down, taken down by Cake. And another push coming through empty eyeball. They're able to get it down to 19 points just up that spawn ramp. And are stopped immediately, but 19 points is really hard to get to. Very difficult. The demons are going to have to really pull themselves together, get those specials reorganized, be able to come up with a counteroffensive. And Jolt is trying to open up a path already, kind of leaving a team behind.
Working on the
Let's see, a lot of... If we look at the map, there's a lot of green over there on the map. The demons have map priority right now. They seem to be able to push forward.
The demons definitely are taking over, doing what they can to take over the map, but the eyeballs have taken the Rainmaker yet again and are pushing into demon territory.
Brock going down on the left side to be able to make sure that you can flank to get a good pick off of the path. For the Rainmaker. Does get two, goes down. And NC is going to go ahead, get one on their own.
NC with that Rainmaker.
Oh, I know they might be able to dunk this one.
And NC getting a late Rainmaker kill as the Rainmaker is stopped. The demons currently a little bit behind, but there's still 2 minutes left in this match. A lot can happen in just 2 minutes. Especially in Rainmaker.
Oh yeah, for sure. It just takes one wipe to be able to get the Rainmaker from the middle to all the way to the end if you play it just right. Cake sitting up top for demons, watching the entire map with the Hydra, and that weapon reaches so far that you can pretty much paint on the other side of the middle when you're standing up there. But it is really tough to maintain your position there. Cake does go down for us. And starting again, another push from the empty eyeball.
And we have a baller kill, but yet again, there are eyeballs on the Rainmaker. Oh, I think I'm currently with the Rainmaker, but getting stuck.
Good coordinated push. It seems like Eyeballs is looking for splats rather than trying to push the Rainmaker forward more.
Well, Eyeballs does have a commanding lead right now. Just 1 minute. The demons are going to have to pull some dark magic out of their hat. But again, a minute can be a long time.
Another missile, and NC was able to stop one of the missiles, or trick one of the missiles, honestly. Playing around, opening up a path, another for Eyeballs. But the challenge here right now is to get the demons out of spawn. Will they be able to do it? They're going to fall behind without any candy. See, most of the lead. There's a lot going on, a lot of pressure still here on the spawn for Demonic Demons. They're getting picked off one by one. It is really tough.
Yeah, right now the map is seriously purple. It's very, very eyeballed.
Ooh.
And that is a match.
That first map goes over to Empty Eyeballs with a pretty commanding lead, as you said. They're just, they spent a good 3 minutes, I would say, just making sure Demonic Demons weren't able to get out of that court.
That was definitely a spawn lockdown at the end of that particular match. So yes, that is round one. So coming up next, it's tower control on Wahoo World. So, you know, that is going to be a lot of vertical tower movement, especially from that central ride. We're going to see how this goes. So I think we're going to do you think we might see some blasters on this one? So
well, for tower control Wahoo World, you'd kind of hope for. I hope so. The blasters cover that tower pretty well. Tower controls Wahoo World is actually a 3 checkpoint map. You have it's a very left-heavy path. Once you get on that tower, the tower itself veers left the entire way through, down through the left center, and then through pretty much the enemy spawn. And
there are a lot of places where you can get above the tower on this map, and so pounding the tower from above, there are a lot of places you can do that. So yeah, look for a lot of defense.
It is really easy to defend on here, given the 3 checkpoint. Each of the 3 checkpoints do have, like you said, places to look for from above. So a bucket might be able to help there. You've got blasters if you're on the floor, able to do that. And my personal favorite, the suction bomb. You drop that on the pole, and it's gonna cover the entire thing, pretty much the entire time. It's every time, as long as you can land that suction bomb on the pole, it's gonna cover the floor for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see. Maybe we'll see some missiles. Maybe we'll see some stingrays. But I definitely expect blasters.
Definitely blasters. Well, actually, stingrays can be very useful on this particular stage as well, because there are actually a fair number of open areas. The number of obstructions on this map, there aren't a huge number of obstructions other than the central section.
And for that reason, we might be able to see snipers too.
Ooh.
I don't see very many snipers within these 2 teams so far.
I am not seeing many snipers on these 2 teams. So on the demons in green, we've got Cake with the Hydra, we've got Jolts with the 96, we've got Epic with the Splatter Shot, the Kensa variant, and Ultra with the Tri-Slosher Nouveau. Over on purple team, we have Liam with the Kensa Splatter Shot. We have Brock with the Kensa Splatter Shot. Bro Vanilla with the NZAP 85, and NC with the Octo Shot. So yeah, this is a shootout.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of bullets going to be flying everywhere. We're going to see a first push over from Demonic Demons. Cake leading that push on the Hydra. Normally a backline weapon, but you do like to put your backline sometimes on the card to start one of the pushes. But everybody else can go forward and pressure very hard. It seems like that push can be stopped pretty quickly. Maybe the weapon combo,
no one has been. And again, we can see the eyeballs working on keeping the demons back, but that was a trade right there between right at the tower. Oh my god. And there's
gonna go on alone.
Defending the mid.
Yeah, with the map majority, with the ink majority going over to empty eyeballs, they're going to be able to push this forward again. Brock coming out with a Booyah Bomb, waiting for a chance to see who to hit. Where's the right place to do it? It does land one in their court. With Liam, I think, trying to keep the tower control moving, but it does get taken out by Jolts. Jolts going for 2, while Brock does get back on the tower for his team. Empty eyeballs are able to push to 62. I'm not sure if we can get much farther than this. Not with Cake. If I say Cake too many times, I might actually get hurt.
Oh yes, you gotta look out for that.
I respect some of these names. I mean, you got Vanilla, you got Cake. It makes you think of That push didn't get very much farther. I think the eyeballs are going to stop at 57. No, they're going to continue that, actually.
Yep, the eyeballs are continuing.
Just kind of that back and forth.
Looks like that might be the end of the push. As the tower resets to mid. Again, the eyeball's able to clear that first checkpoint, which makes things a lot easier as the match goes on.
After clearing that first checkpoint, the eyeballs are able to, when they push again, they're going to be able to push through that without really much resistance. Good for them. I'm going to go ahead.
And Brock is taking tower, but just enough to see what's going on.
map control has been pretty even overall, although many of the MPI balls are coming up ahead. Actually, with that Booyah bomb, they're not able to take it forward. Brock taking a very defensive stance, going up forward, seeing who he can pick off. Gets 2.
Yeah, Brock is definitely serving as a Slayer right now. And asserting control over the demons, but yes, Jolt's coming in and saying, Brock, it's time to leave.
Go home, you've had too much candy. That push just keeps going. The empty eyeballs aren't letting down. But the deeper that tower control goes, like I said, just gets closer and closer to the enemy spawn, the more tough it gets to be able to keep the fight. The Booyah bomb really serving the empty eyeballs a lot of benefit.
Yeah,
you know, that K-Pro is pretty common as a weapon. Like, everybody loves the K-Pro. Epic and Ultra trying to pick out Liam, I think. Liam does get hit and isn't able to continue the push for empty eyeballs, so I think Demonic Demons might be able to keep that. Jolt is able to get it together.
We have NC popping that inkjet. Setting the tower.
Very well.
Getting Jolts with an inkjet. So the demons are definitely going to have to get back on that tower, but not enough time.
Not enough time at all.
It looks like the eyeballs have taken tower control on Wahoo.
That's a tough one. I actually, I'd like to point out that for the eyeballs, we do have some returning people, and they may have the benefit of knowing how to play with each other from previous tournaments.
That is true. That is true.
You know, the more you study a person's battle style, the more you understand how to play against them with them. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that is absolutely true. You know, again, once you get to know players, whether they're on your team or against your team, you do learn enough about the player in order to figure out what to do in the match. So I believe that is the end of Swiss Round 2 for this particular stream set. The eyeballs have taken both Rainmaker on Starfish and Tower Control on Wahoo, so it is best of 3, and I believe that's it.
That's it. For round 2, there will be other teams playing. If they're playing to game 3, they will be playing on Splat Zone's Schellendorf. If you want to follow along with that, Smash.gg has got the hookup. You can see what's going on in those matches, although we won't be showing that on stream. We're going to sit back until we have a decision on who to watch for Swiss round 3.
That is right. So it's either right now the Candy Crashers and Antagonized Aliens are battling it out, and the Fermenting Femurs and the Bewitching Bats are battling it out. So we will see soon what the results are from.
Yeah, congratulations to the empty eyeballs. And like I said, we have returning people. Liam, I think, and Vanilla are the ones well, Liam and Vanilla. It's not Liam, I think. Like, I don't think. I'm not doubtful that it's Liam. I know it's Liam.
Yeah, no, I know that it's Liam, so it's I think.
So they're returning players. They have been here for many seasons, the both of them. So to see both of them in one team is pretty exciting, because then you get to see the growth of them. I think I used to see Liam on roller before, but he's taking more of a flex, position this time around. And also on that team, Empty Eyeballs, we saw Brock.com as well. We said he is currently on the sponsored team, Magistrate Mercs. So we've got some star power here.
That's right. We do have the star power coming in, and we do see that every once in a while. So we have seen sponsored team members in the tournament before. Again, you don't have to be a free agent to play in this. This is an opportunity to play with new players and get other people interested in the game. So we encourage people of all skill levels to come out for It's Dangerous to Go Alone, because you never know who you're going to meet, or you might meet your next teammate. You never know.
You could. I was playing on Demonic Demons is a person Cake, I think, comes from one of the teams that I was playing with the other day. Frank's Hot Dogs.
Oh, sure. Luna's has something to do with that one, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She's
Yep, yeah, I've met her before too. So.
I think she's trying to put together an online team, and they do
okay.
they do go to LANs, like you said. You met her before, probably
Yep,
at a
I've met
LAN.
her before. Yep, Smash and Splash 4. I've met Luna. So.
Yeah, and just it's one of those situations where if Cake's coming through that server, then it shows you, like, it's a good way to meet more people. Just get out there, enjoy, find what teams you can play with. Just play Splatoon. Just have some fun with Splatoon.
Absolutely.
Let me check out the brackets over here.
Yeah, let's see what's going on in those brackets. Drago has reported that the Candy Crashers beat the Aliens. And it looks like DJam is prepping the list. He's cleared out the what's next channel in the server, which means that the new assignments are coming in. So tournament is definitely on schedule today. We've had some tournaments where they don't go on time, but this one is definitely running on schedule, which is great. So always hats off to DJam and Lepto in the tournament organizer area, keeping everything going and making sure that everybody gets to where they need to be.
Oh yeah, and we actually, since he is setting everything up, that does mean we have results for all of round 2. I'm gonna throw that on stream as well. We're gonna see that. Right. We're gonna see that Empty Eyeballs took over Demonic Demons 2-0. We saw that just happen now. We see that also Candy Crashers is also going to take it over the Antagonized Aliens 2-0, and Bewitching Bats over the Fermented Femurs 2-0. It's a lot of wiping, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely has been. But again, I think we're going to see some of this stuff start to shake out a little bit more as we go through the brackets. So definitely, we have those 2 additional Swiss rounds coming up.
Yeah, we still got any chance. I actually didn't put up the standings for the tournament as well. Let's see that. Actually, on the stream, I put up finals bracket by accident from the previous. This should be round 2 results. There we are. But as far as standings, Empty Eyeballs and Candy Crashers are standing up ahead with 2-0 wins without losing any games so far. Their Swiss score is 16. Bewitching Bats and Demonic Demons are not ahead, but standing directly below that at 8 points each of them, with a 1-1. And Antagonized Aliens and Fermented Femurs are in danger, losing both of their sets. It's a little spooky there, but they can still put it together. We got 2 rounds of Swiss left, and if they can win both of these next rounds, we might be able to see a shakeup in the current standing. Let's see how many true gamer moments we have here. And It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Season 14.
Yeah, that is right.
Up next, I think DJam's dropped the next matches.
Yes, DJam has dropped the next matches. The next matches are the Demonic Demons versus the Bewitching Bats. They'll be on stream with us. The Empty Eyeballs will be facing the Candy Crashers, and the Antagonized Aliens will be fighting the Fermenting Femurs. So we are getting ready for hosting the Demonic Demons and the Bewitching Bats. Our first map is actually going to be Clamblitz on New Albacore. I don't know. There's a lot of ways that you can play Clamblitz on this one. That's for sure.
Ooh, it's a pretty solid map.
Yeah, there are at least 3 routes to get to that clam basket, and none of them are good. So
2 of them are great. One is a jump, the others are great, and the last one is just
exactly
probably suicidal. It's tough, but the keyword here is great, honestly. I think it's going to influence people to push a lot of balls, a lot of brushes. It is Clamblitz after all.
Yep, it is.
Maybe some bubbles. Balls, brushes, and bubbles.
one of my favorite parts about this map is there are a lot of water hazards in this map. So it's very easy to fall off the map if you mistime a jump or if you dodge roll in the wrong direction. I know I've suffered from that fate more than once on this map.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I've fallen through the grates just hoping to replenish my ink, and I just fall right through.
That's right. You try to go into ink and on a grate, and that just doesn't work. So.
That's not ink. That's water. Oh, jeez.
Well, you know, I have to give the mad props to the demonic demons for making our job easier. We just have to look for that DXD tag in order to know
it
which
actually
team
does
they're
make
on.
it way easier. I'm sure it's easier for the viewers to follow as well. Just find that DXD. You know which color it is. We should maybe make that a rule next time. Make a clan tag. I don't know.
A clan tag.
We are missing somebody over on Bewitching Bat, I think.
Yes, we are missing. Is it Rippy that we're missing?
We're missing Rippy. Hey, whoa! Rippy's the captain. Where is our captain? It happens.
Yeah, we got Clem. We've got.
Until then, let's see who the returning people are. I've seen Slashy compete on previous It's Dangerous to Go Alone tournaments. MLG Gaming is somebody who's come back too. They're pretty active on
there's
the Discord.
Slashy. So.
We're getting Slashy.
I think
Is
Isaac
Rippy in a
might
different
be.
name?
Isaac might be subbing.
Seems like it. Let's make sure before I start this game. Bewitching Bat. Demonic. I'm gonna check really quick with Team B just to be sure that's all kosher. But while we check that, that's bats, right? Bewitching Bats.
Yes, the bewitching bats versus the demonic demons. If I can actually say the word demonic today.
Just move the
I'm
lips.
glad that the demons are actually demonic and not like angelic demons, because that would certainly confuse me.
These demons are ironic. They like to be
Yes.
angelic instead of demonic. So the hesitation to start this game here is to make sure we know the sub is right for Bewitching Bats. Isaac is somebody I didn't expect to appear. And DJM just told us, MLG Gaming is now the captain since Isaac replaced Rippy. Rippy wasn't able to make it for some reason.
All right,
But
so Isaac will be subbing in for Rippy, and that is good.
So for the Bewitching Bats, we've got Clementine, we've got Isaac, MLG, and Slashy. And DXD, the demonic demons we've seen before. They're back on. Jolt, Cake, Epic, and Ultra. Throw some shout outs to your favorite teams too. If you know if anybody in chat recognizes anybody in here, cheer them on. Support your friends, support your squids, your fellow
Support
squids.
your friends. Yes, your fellow squids, your fellow octos. Although, don't support the salmonids. We all know that they're trouble. So.
Yeah. Get back on Salmon Run. If you're not gonna play, get back on Salmon Run. Clean it up.
That's right.
I'm trying to play Jellyfish next game. If we can have that. If they can be a playable one, I'd like that extendable arm.
Well, you know, it's interesting because the scale of the jellyfish, and on some of the maps, if you actually are able to get to the jellies, they're actually huge. So unlike in the lobby where they're all kind of about half the size of an inkling, they're actually like twice the size of an inkling in the far outside of certain maps. So it's very interesting.
Huh. Well, I guess that's so they can be visible, right? Since they're so far away.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, if you see, like, if you're on the rock climbing stage, what is that? I forget which one that is.
Muscle Forge?
Yeah, Muscle Forge. And those are gonna be some pretty fit jellyfish. So maybe they are.
That's
big
true.
people.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe they're really big jellyfish. It's possible. Swole, as we might say.
Swole. Oh my gosh. So Clam Blitz on New Albacore Hotel. Let's see how the teams go. On the Bewitching Bats. Let's take a look at the team rosters. We have MLG, we got Clem, we got Isaac, we got Slashy. MLG on the Kenso Rapid Blaster, Clem on the ballpoint, Isaac on the splatter shot, Slashy on the Incursion bow. Over on the Demons, we got Jolts with the Golden Dynamo Roller, Cake with the heavy splatling Deco, Epic with the Kenso Splatter Shot Pro, and Ultra with the screwdrivers.
He's got a set of screwdrivers over there.
He's got those screwdrivers. No, the custom dually squelchers, of course.
Those screwdrivers can reach pretty far. That's the case.
They are pretty good.
He does get to roll in. Was trying to push in from the side with that ball, that power clam, but wasn't able to really open anything up. The rain was helpful, but seems like Demonic Demons are going to open up right side through the grates, which honestly there is no true safe way of approaching the basket in this map.
Not really. Most of the routes are very visible to the other team. There are plenty of slight rises.
Yeah, that's going to be advantageous for the ballpoint, as well as the other splat lane, Cake splat lane as well. So range is the name of the game. If you can make it across the grate safely, then you're pretty much in enemy territory, which is terrifying. Ultra able to come up to the left.
Ultra is going to pop that basket, and Ultra also taking out the defender. Slashy going down.
Wait a second. I think
Epic coming in has a clam.
We've got a disconnect.
There is a disconnect. We have lost Isaac. Isaac has disconnected.
Isaac's left the building. Isaac has left the chat.
So it looks like the squid party is beginning.
Right.
They are. Yep. As the rules of the disconnects go, here let me pop up the rules so that we all understand what the disconnect rules are. If the team with the DC stops playing and allows the other team to KO, then it can be redone. The team with the DC needs to stay in their spawn barrier, and the team with the DC needs to use the same weapons and gear in the replay match. So here is the cap.
There it is, closing it off. Let's do a rematch
and
there.
That closes it out.
I do believe Isaac mentioned earlier that there was a thunderstorm going on in their region. I don't remember where they're from, but that is contingent. It's gonna lead to some internet problems. So that happens.
That does it does happen, certainly. The weather can play a huge role in being able to play this game sometimes. So
yeah,
we will wait for Isaac to rejoin the lobby. If Isaac is able to.
If the internet's back. I haven't heard back from Isaac.
If the internet is back. Yeah, I've already been streaming and had the power go out. It is an interesting experience when that happens. So
it's a new level of anxiety. You start sweating bullets and
it certainly is.
Back online. Hopefully it wasn't during one of your private battle matches.
No, thankfully it was not. I'm trying to remember what exactly happened because I was still talking with the chat. I was able to talk to them on my phone and let them know what was going on because obviously the phone wasn't plugged in and it was on LTE rather than my normal house internet connection. So
we live in 2019. We can have wireless internet and talk to people all times.
That's right. But yeah, it can certainly be a little bit harrowing, and sometimes it's about for me, if I get knocked off the internet, it takes about 5 minutes to get back on, because I have to restart a lot of equipment in order to get completely back up and running. So, for me to lose power in the middle of a stream, it's about 10 minutes actually. By the time I can get all the security stuff, the security gateways back up, and then and then get the stream up and running too. So. All right, we have Isaac back. Clam Blitz on New Albacore.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
As the rules say,
same weapons.
Gear changes.
That's right. That's right. Same weapons, same gear.
Can you imagine playing some Splatoon? A Splatoon tournament during a thunderstorm? I would be. I don't know if I could hear everything. I would be spooked.
I actually did play a Splatoon 1 tournament during a thunderstorm. I was the sub for a sub, if you can believe that. And it was in Splatoon 1, and it was in the middle of a thunderstorm, and somehow I stayed connected even with that Wii U. So, which likes to disconnect at the drop of a hat. All right, we are back. The weapons look pretty familiar to me.
Yeah, that's right. And
Except I think the screwdrivers got replaced by drills. Oh wait, no they didn't. I just said the wrong thing. So Ultra again on those custom dually squelchers.
The colors have changed up though, as the game likes to do.
Are different. The demons are on purple and the bats are on orange.
That's what we're gonna see.
It's kind of spooky to me.
Hey, they're good colors. Purple and orange are both Halloween appropriate. Unless we have black ink, black and orange.
Oh yes, yeah. The black ink, I've seen it in hacked lobbies.
Right.
It's interesting.
We don't talk about those.
We don't talk about that.
It seems like Demonic Demons is going to try to defend. I'm not sure what's going on over here. Demonic Demons Ultra falls through the grates, as I like to do sometimes. That's just a way of life, a way to live your life. But they do still have map priority as far as ink is concerned. Both teams playing it very patiently to see who is able to pass through the middle. Kind of playing a game of chicken here, honestly.
And the bats have that power clan, and they're working on building another one.
Yeah, actually powering up their arsenal with 19 whole clams, 21 whole clams. If Clem can get in here and open that up, here it is.
Clem has opened it up.
Good push with 3 going down on Demonic Demon's side. They're gonna really hammer down the priority here. MLG going down, dropped 7 clams. That's actually
excellent push here. It looks like they might get stopped at 59, but anytime you can get 40 in to start out, that is a great way to start.
Oh, that is a great way to start. That's in the first 2 minutes of the match. They're almost halfway through. But Demonic Demons can still get it together. 3 minutes left, and that's a lot of time to be able to round together even 100 plans. Or not 100 points worth of plans. Ultra dropping the rain is able to take out MLG on the right side, opening up the right grate for Demonic Demons. And their placement seems to be setting them up for a push on the right. They have the middle.
Ultra coming down. We've got 2 purple clams coming down the ramp.
Epic getting a little overzealous.
Here comes the bubbles.
Does get a good push. Ultra dropping.
Ultra getting it in. Cake getting one in. Yes, the lead has changed. The Demons with a very strong push coming in. Schultz with that dynamo.
They just need to be able to
holding everyone back. Here comes Cake. Can they keep the basket open? Looks like that push is going to be stopped with a trade between Cake and Isaac.
You can actually
59-33.
Yeah, Demons was able to take that back. Good fight. Good fight. We actually saw that push fall apart after all the Demons went back. Cake was there alone, and even though Cake had 3 clams to work with, you're gonna have a hard time pushing in the front line with this flatling. I think no matter who you are, it's a tough situation to be in.
I do know somebody who plays what he calls frontline splatling, and it is always fun to see him do it. It is a terrifying weapon when it's played frontline, but it's very difficult to play frontline.
Here we have another push coming up.
Here we go, another push. Purple team is at 17. Cake holding on to that clam, bubbling in. Cake gonna want to keep that open, keeping the basket open a little bit longer.
This is some good momentum that Demons is building up. Even though we saw them lose 2-0 just now to empty eyeballs, they're keeping strong. This is a very confident.
There is a disconnect right now. Whoa. There is a disconnect on the orange team. Slashy is disconnected. That is the uncrushable bow.
I believe it's on the same team.
It is on the same team.
So that's why they're gonna play it through, because they already have one disconnect on that team. They're not able to disconnect it again, so we effectively have a 3v4. And if Bewitching Bats can really get it together here with just the 3 of them, it's not impossible. We've seen it before here in this tournament series.
That is true. Yes, we have seen the 3v4 wins.
And actually, they are able to put together.
This one might be a little tough. You can see Isaac working on keeping that ball alive.
They're able to open it up, but not.
There is that opening.
Not with as strong a push they were hoping.
Trying to keep that basket open long enough for his team to respawn. Or her. I shouldn't use pronouns when I'm not sure.
They work. And man, Bewitching Bats, unfortunately, because of that disconnect, we're at a disadvantage to be able to keep at it again. But that's 2 disconnects. They tried their hardest on the 3v4. And they were able to get it. They were able to push that again. I was actually very impressed that they were able to get there.
Yeah, I mean that secondary opening there, that was pretty impressive. I definitely like seeing that. So Slashy has rejoined the lobby. So what is up next? It looks like it is going to be Rainmaker on Blackbelly Skate Park, the always redesigned Blackbelly Skate Park.
Always. This place is in constant construction.
I think they finally did figure out how to make Rainmaker work on this stage. They tried it with all of the barriers. That didn't work. They tried rearranging the barriers. That didn't work. And now it's nice and open and flat. And that actually seems to work as a reasonable way of doing it.
That's what just decapitate the map. That's it. Take out the tower. You're set.
Oh yes.
I'd like to point out really quick on that new Albacore push, that final push there. MLG was able to get up the left side, using what I hope will be the next big weapon, which is the Kensa Rapid Blaster. He was pushing up the left side, opening up a chance for his teammates to jump to him, and that's pretty good for Clamblitz.
Well, definitely. I mean, Super Jump is really part of Clamblitz. I hate using Super Jump because it seems like every time I use it, unless I'm Super Jumping to spawn, I die. But in Clamblitz, it's actually extremely useful because you can Super Jump in, toss that ball, and then die, and you've actually taken the lead at that point. So, it is a good mechanic in that mode for sure. Now, Rainmaker, I don't know. Whenever I super jump in Rainmaker, I'm pretty much guaranteed to die. So it's.
Okay, let's start this up. Rainmaker Blackbelly. I don't think I recognize the stage anymore.
Oh, the nice flat, wide open area. Definitely makes it interesting. So on blue we have the Bats, on green we have the Demons, MLG playing the yellow Glugas, the Gluga Deco, Clem on the Custom Hydra, Isaac on the Kensa Splattershot Pro, and Slashy on the Dapple Doolies.
And on the demonic enemies, we've got Gold on the custom Jet Revolver over there. You got Kate over on which blue? I'm not sure which blue.
Oh, the Dapple Doolies new bow.
Is that Dapple?
Yeah.
Ultra over on the K-Pro, and sorry, not Ultra over on the K-Pro. Epic over on the K-Pro. Ultra on the NZAP.
89. Yes.
Actually, so we have a Rainmaker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on the Rainmaker, everyone's favorite weapon. There is a disconnect.
Oh, we're feeling it again.
Slashy has disconnected, and that is Slashy's second disconnect, so the match must continue.
It will have to continue as per disconnect rule. Again, it's going to be disadvantageous for the Bats. Unfortunately, you can't save your friend's internet. So, what's going to happen is the 3v4 once again.
But again, we have seen stranger things than 3v4s, so.
Okay, with this weapon composition, they might be able to do it still. They have a
They
range.
might be able to. So currently the Bats do have the Rainmaker. MLG going down to the Stingray. And Jolt's with that Stingray aiming at the Rainmaker.
Clem going ahead a
not
little.
able to get it through.
A little ahead of time. Clem maybe should have waited for their chance for their team to get back together and push as one, since it's going to be that much harder on a 3v4. MLG dying alone on the left. And we're going to see a pretty coordinated push over here for the Demons. Yeah, if they win this one, they're going to be able to secure round 3.
Wow. Isaac getting epic with the Rainmaker shield expansion.
That's right.
That
Isaac with
always
an
an
epic
ugly
gamer moment.
Isaac coming through as an epic gamer.
Oh, they're still able to push it. Fantastic ball from, well, I don't even know how that worked, MLG. Still able
Isaac
to do it.
taking the lead.
Isaac taking it home. Mike is
Isaac taking all the way to 12. That short-handed push.
Ooh. Definitely couldn't have done it without help from MLG there. Actually, the whole team in general, but MLG came in clutch with that ball on the side, protecting what would have been a dead Isaac. Otherwise. The Demons are really going to have to get themselves back together to be able to take that lead back. 12 points is tough to get to.
The Rainmaker is back in mid, so...
They
and
do understand
Ultra
that.
taking down MLG. And here come the Demons with the Rainmaker, Ultra with the Rainmaker.
I think they know the bats aren't playing around. They're going to have to get serious. They're going to go ahead.
That's right.
Opening again on play. It's going to be a very hard defense. 3 going up on the left, and all they have is one backline that can stop everything.
And Jolt's with that Stingray trying to clear out the zone, or the zone around the tower.
Oh, they are able to pick it up.
Bomb. Wow, this is a really spirited defense right here. Bats playing their hearts out.
Yeah, you can see these aren't blind bats. These are very, very visibly awake bats. They're going. They can see everything. Clem still holding on the side. Cake able to.
Jolt's picking up the Rainmaker just as it's about to despawn.
Clem's still defending. I don't know, it goes down. That frees up the chance to be able to do the push. All they need to do is take down the Rainmaker. Ultra going down. This is it. Jolt's playing it safe, playing it quiet.
Jolt's pushing it. There's the lead. And the cap. Wow.
What a situation.
What a situation. I mean, my hats are off to the bats on that one for getting that strong push. But yeah, sometimes in those 4v3s, it's just kind of hard to come back.
Yeah, it really is. Bats putting up a damn good fight. Unfortunately, as we saw that DC, there was a DC going on there, leaving the Bats in a 3v4. I gotta hand it to the combination of MLG and Isaac for making that 13 push happen on their own, and then Clem for that huge defense.
The baller defense, that was amazing. The baller behind the Rainmaker to shield the back of the, to shield the flank of the Rainmaker. I really liked seeing that. That was great to see. Yeah, it definitely, they were able to make that push with the baller acting as a shield. That was great. Just
so good. Oh man, I think I'm gonna, if we see Bats go over to the brackets, I'm gonna cheer them on. I know. I'm not supposed to be biased or anything, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, that short-handed push, that was impressive. But yes, the Demons were able to take that. So the Demons have taken the Clam Blitz match on New Albacore, and the Rainmaker match on Black Valley Skate Park. So that should be the end of Swiss Round 3 on stream.
That does close up round 3. The 2-0 going over to Demonic Demons. And if you want to follow along with the brackets, once again, you have it over there in the Twitch chat, !bracket. And don't forget to cheer on your favorite teams, your favorite friends. Drop some poggers, drop whatever you can in chat.
Get those pog champs in there, you bet. Pog champ in the chat.
And
see some pog champs in the chat.
And please, pog champs. Do we have pogs? We got poggers? Good games to everybody. We got Swiss Round 4 coming up soon. As soon as all of Round 3 is done and DJ can get everything set up in the What's Next channel. Do we have any other matches going on?
So the other matches going on right now are Empty Eyeballs versus Candy Crashers and the Antagonized Aliens versus the Fermenting Femurs. I
All
don't
right.
know if these scores have been reported yet. It looks like Antagonized Aliens are up 1-0, and there are no scores reported from the Demons and the Bats yet.
That's right. I think it'll be a bit of time before we hit round 4, and I've got human things to take care of, so I'm gonna go ahead and put us on AFK for a bit.
There we go.
Take a little break before we hit round 4. Stick around, guys. We're gonna get right back to round 4, and then after that, we get to see the brackets, the top 4 teams that follow on through to the single elimination stage.
That's right.
Stick around, guys.
I would.
Sorry.
Stick around.
Here we go. Welcome back.
We are in round 4 of the Swiss brackets. Currently, we are going to be broadcasting the Bewitching Bats,
right,
and the Candy Crashers.
Both teams, which we've seen already, if you remember them. The Bewitching Bats is represented by Slashy over here. Not Jason, sorry. MLG, Clementine, and Isaac. And on Team Bravo, we're going to put the Candy Crashers, Jason, Nolo, Gentrap, and Shudders.
So Tower Control on Anchovy Games. This is going to be where we start this one. Our next match would be Rainmaker on Arowana Mall, and following that, if necessary, is Clam Blitz on Manta Maria. So yeah, Tower Control on Anchovy Games. Again, this one, the tower has a lot of vertical motion that it has to go through in order to do this, which means that you can get above the tower and pound the tower. Sometimes though, I've been below the tower and I've just seen it coming over the rise, and that's where your heart sinks because it's too late.
Yeah, that's because it rises like that. You're kind of sitting eye to eye with where the snipers can look. So
exactly.
As soon as you peek up a little bit, it's just they can get your hair. They can like tip your hair, and that's pretty much it for you. It's a very scary map to be offensive on.
It is. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one works for this. I think we are going to see more of the blasters, and maybe you're going to get your wish, and we're going to see more of the Kensa Rapid Blaster.
Hey, Kensa Rapid.
Well, let's see if we do see that.
Sorry about that. It turns out I'm not gonna be able to go auto camera with my broken Twitch.
Oh, I see. Well, there we go.
It's all gonna be manual camera. Let's see it.
Manual camera, you can do it. You can do it.
But who do we have on the teams here? What's going on?
So on the Bewitching Bats, we have in purple, it's MLG, Slashy, Clem, and Isaac. On the Candy Crashers, they are in green. We have Jason, Nolo, Gentrap, and Shudders.
We're going to start with a pretty good push coming off from the bat over here. Purple, you're seeing bats?
That is correct.
Yes.
The bats are in purple. MLG is currently riding the tower. MLG with that Kensa Rapid Blaster that you like so much.
He's right there. Oh, it's so early. MLG knows what's going on here. We're going to sit on that tower. Having the ball there gives you an opportunity to just kind of sit on the tower for a bit.
Shudder's getting that snipe with the slider scope, kind of knocking back the tower. The tower, they are taking it back. Candy Crashers are crashing into the bats.
that's graphic. Those poor bats.
That's right. And Isaac coming right over the rise and taking down Shudders with that, and helping with that assist on the Gentrap, getting back on the tower. So yeah, we have the bats pushing the tower yet again.
And Clem gets to assist with that push on the right side, taking some advantageous height on that fan, and serving as sort of a sideline instead of a backline. Clem really opening up the chance for an offense, and it's going to leave a chance for Isaac and the other. Isaac going down.
There is a disconnect. We have a disconnect, I believe. Yes, we do. We do. Slashy has disconnected. Slashy is on Sploosh.
Oh, jeez.
Again, Slashy has disconnected in this before, so we can't do a replay. Same player.
Tough situation.
Tough situation.
We're going to see that 3v4 once again, but that's not going to stop Gentrap from pushing up ahead.
No, not at all.
Actually, hold on. So Slashy's team is
the short-handed team. Yeah, Slashy's was on the short-handed team that is ahead. That's right. Slashy's on the bats. So
all the bats need to do is defend very well in this 3v4 situation to be able to win the game. And
the bats are doing a push.
They're pushing even.
They're pushing hard.
Let's see what they can do. Isaac able to get it. He'll get one hit while the push continues. And I think this entire, the strength of this push, the cohesion around the bats is due to that Kensa Rapid Blast.
Okay. So the Kensa Rapid Blaster is the key to success. I will add that to my streamer's notebook.
But in all reality, Isaac is playing a pretty solid front line, sitting with the Super Dramatic on 11 kills, 12 now. And if he's able to shut down everybody, letting Clem focus on the back line, then they're able to have a pretty solid defense that it's going to make the Candy Crashers, right, sweat a little bit.
The Candy Crashers are on the tower. They're getting stopped. It looks like Nolo getting right on the tower.
He's dancing a little bit.
Almost able to get the lead. But yes, the 3 team pushing back hard.
It's anyone's game. Still a minute left.
Still a minute left.
Clem pushing a little forward, maybe a little too confidently, unless they can get those solid hits on the Booyah Bomb with the billboard on the side, making it difficult to aim. Here comes another pushover from Candy Crashers if they're able to stop MLG.
And Isaac facing off against Gen Trap, catching Gen Trap in the back. Isaac again with a burst bomb kill. And yeah, also Isaac getting pinched between 2 players. Nolo on the tower.
It's up to Clem to be able to stop this push. If 30 seconds left, and if Clem can really build up their special, sit it down, they should be able to stop the push. Clem does go down Jason. Blah blah bird action. Nolo pushing the heck with the ball.
Gen Trap is on the tower right now. It looks like...
Oh man, just a little bit, just a little more.
Just a little more. Ooh.
Isaac and MLG.
Shutters with that snipe.
Isaac and MLG do come together to be able to stop that push, and it's going to keep them in the game. Despite the disconnect.
Despite the disconnect. We have the bats taking it.
That's what we were saying before. 3v4s, not the end of the world. You can still come out ahead as long as you've got the team completely together. Isaac 20 slays, Clem 15, MLG 12. And beyond just the kills, it's just that good composition, that good cohesion they have with each other.
Absolutely. Well, Slashy has rejoined the room. Hopefully, Slashy will be able to stay connected for the next round, which is going to be Rainmaker on Arowana Mall. But yeah, that shorthanded victory on tower control. Again, they had that big lead to start out. Well, not even a huge lead. They had that lead to start out with, and they were able to defend it.
Yeah, it's once you have that. The points are really hard to get in anchovy games, to be fair.
They are. There are so many places where you can just pound the tower from above that it is a tough tower ride, to be sure.
Oh yeah. Slashy does join us again. Hopefully their internet is nice and fixed. See if we can keep it together here.
That's right. So yeah, big linear map with Arowana Mall.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting to see the Rainmaker routes that come up. You know, Stingray is again going to be a very good opportunity for a Stingray in this particular map. So
for me, I've always had trouble with Stingray. It is good because the map is so long, but there also is a big terrain difference. There's so many slopes.
That's true.
That's along the map. And it makes it for a really easy to attack, easy to defend, very direct. Very direct. Like you said, linear map. You're going to be able to predict where your opponents are going. But if it's the Stingray, you're going to have to learn how to shoot down ramps as well.
Well, you know, if you're back at spawn, though, you can see where that Rainmaker's coming from. So it's
miles away.
Miles away, and the Stingray goes for miles and miles.
Mm-hmm. So actually, that's a good point. The goal of the Rainmaker is pretty direct. You have to pick up the Rainmaker in the center of the map, go down the middle ramp, and just follow down the middle completely through. There's no gimmicks, no nothing. You just go straight down and past the 2 walls of the opponent team's spawn is the goal, right on the floor. And these are like 2 towering walls, so there is a fantastic chance to defend against those, and that's really the only difficult part to get past. That's Arowana.
It is Arowana. So we are going to have our matchup here. On yellow, we have the bats. On light blue, we have the Candy Crashers.
There we go.
Here we go. So MLG is on that Kensa Rapid, Clem on the custom Hydra, Isaac on the Kensa Splattershot Pro, and Slashy on the Solution-Matic. Over on the Candy Crashers, we have Jason with the Kensa 52, Nolo with Sheldon's Splatling, Gentrap with the Sploosh 7, and Shutters with the K-Pro.
Yeah, that Sploosh 7, that Sheldon Sploosh-O-Matic is actually going to give him the Booyah Bomb. That Booyah Bomb can have, as we've seen for other Rainmaker matches, a pretty good opportunity to be able to secure any area around it. I think it can pop the Rainmaker from like pretty much half of its life. So it's just Booyah Bomb favorable. And here's that linear part I was talking about. Slashy going on ahead, opening up the path.
Oh, the Rainmaker kind of getting bound up there.
Nolo wasn't able
Jen
to.
with the hammer right now.
Again, inking that path down the center, making sure that you have, when you get the Rainmaker, you have that chance to just run down the middle. That's the goal of the green. Isaac stopping Gem Trap, and who do we have on the Rainmaker this time? Jason. Jason's going down left instead of middle. Taking the lead.
Taking that lead.
The ink advantage going over to the Candy Crashers, and the lead going to the Candy Crashers. It seems like they're in a pretty good place right now. Isaac is gonna...
Yeah, Isaac taking it across that rail.
Yeah, you have two decisions when you're in that situation. You can either let the Rainmaker reset, or you can just, like this, clams to the wall, just start going in and pushing the left side. MLG opening up the path.
Yeah, Isaac dropping down.
But does get stopped by Shutters. Shutters serving as a pretty strong Slayer right now. Seven splats in the entire match, and leading the room in splats right now. 8.
Slashy taking down Gen Trap.
Jason once again grabbing that Rainmaker. It seems like a designated Rainmaker holder this time.
Yep, Shutters stalking Slashy. And yep, Shutters sees what's going on over here. Ooh. But yes, MLG coming in with the Kensa Rapid.
That's 3 down over on the Candy Cracker side, leaving the chance to be looking back to try another counter attack. They can just storm down the center if they're able to. Once again, linear but difficult.
And Slashy kind of running into a little bit of traffic with the Rainmaker there. Clem with the Hydra popping the Rainmaker, but that Booyah Bomb coming in there.
Oh, that Booyah Bomb getting
Isaac.
3. That was a traffic jam. That was a 3-squid pile up right there.
That's right. Nolo coming through with that Rainmaker. Shutters clearing out the paths. Here comes the Booyah Bomb.
There's such a back and forth on this one. The Booyah Bomb going across, taking Yellow's fort. They're able to go through. Clem kind of desperately inking across the stage in favor of doing that instead of using the ink armor. Surprising. Maybe saving the ink armor for a nice holiday. There it is.
There we go.
2 specials out together, and it seems like the Bewitching Bats are going to be able to take it back, and they really need to take a more offensive stance here.
Yeah, definitely. There's only 48 seconds left, so we're gonna have to see a little bit of aggression. Clem with the Rainmaker right now.
A lot of
that
aggression.
Lead.
Oh. Here it is. Time able to take it. 18 points.
Coming through, and yes. Nolo with the YOLO. Coming through with the Rainmaker. Fighting through all of that enemy ink.
Now the Candy Crackers can have to get it together as well. They're trying to push ahead. trying to get through that enemy court is so difficult when you're facing against the Hydra, just watching over the entire court. Clem, making sure everything syncs up. Does get 2 down. Clem ending the game.
Yeah.
Against the Candy Crashers. That leaves another win for the Bats.
That's right.
We're seeing 2 zeros for days.
That's a 2-0.
That was a very close back and forth. That really was.
Very close. The numbers don't tell the story on this match for sure.
That goes for solo queue as well as just scrims or anything. You can kill as often as you want, but objective is the game. Rainmaker is
so true. That is so true.
Man, so that's Swiss round 4. We closed it up.
Swiss round 4. The Bats taking Swiss round 4 over the Candy Crashers.
Even with a disconnect. That 3v4 is never the end of the game. It's always anyone's game. Try your best, try your hardest, have fun.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. And that leaves Bewitching Bats. What's their standing? At least Bewitching Bats, I think, with 2 wins and 2 losses over the entire bracket. Let me check those standings really quick.
Yeah, let's check those standings. So it looks like the Demonic Demons have taken their round. The Bats have taken their round. And it looks like the Eyeballs have taken their round as well.
So that secures the place for Empty Eyeballs and Demonic Demons. They're able to go forward to the finals.
So we're waiting, D-Jam is our official officiator. Will confirm all scores, but
yeah, we're gonna see a lot of ties actually between Candy Crashers, Aliens, and Bats. It's gonna come down to probably like the win count or something like that. They might be tied 2-2, all of them.
That's true.
We'll see how that goes. Ooh.
I wonder what would happen if there was a numerical tie.
Again, leave that up to the code.
I don't think there's a provision for that.
Once again, chat, go ahead, cheer on your favorite teams. Drop some pogs. Get some Vohayos up in here. That's my favorite one. Or some Komodo hype. But you gotta make sure your teams feel loved. Our boys are out here trying to splat as much as possible. And anything can happen. We saw that Bewitching Bats 3v4. Pretty solid, pretty fantastic. And hopefully they don't get any more disconnects coming in the future. I don't know if Isaac's out for good.
I don't know.
Because that thunderstorm is rolling by, but storms come and go.
They do. Thunderstorms at least don't last all day. If they do, then it's really a problem. But
yeah, it is.
It's kind of a gray day where I'm at too. So it's definitely got the feel of autumn in the air.
I mean, that's best. That's a good thing. You can have a sunny autumn though. That's when you have I'm not sure up in your area, but you have the strong sun and also the strong wind makes for a very hot day.
The blustery version of autumn. We do get that here, so
you gotta layer up like onions. There we go. But thunderstorms during autumn is not very common here. That is the tough part. See what's going on with
There has been an announcement in the announcement chat. 5-minute break commencing now.
Ooh. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break. For those that would like to be updated, you can see what's going on in the chat by saying ! brackets. As you can see there, the standings for our finals are going to be the Empty Eyeballs, Demonic Demons, Candy Crashers, and Bewitching Bats. So congratulations to the Aliens and the Femurs. Thank you for playing. Sorry you don't get to make it to the single elimination, but that's going to be our next step. Over to single eliminations. We got 3 rounds to go. And hopefully you guys can stick around for that.
Yeah, stick around. More to come in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That's right.
And we are back. You can see on stream, I've thrown there the Swiss results, so we see exactly what was going on. Empty Eyeballs got that Swiss score of 32 by winning 4 of their sets. Demonic Demons with 24 by winning 3 of their sets. And Candy Crashers and Bewitching Bats tying for that last spot by winning 2 of their sets and losing 2 of their sets. That's where we are. We're going to start now the semifinals brackets. From here on out, we're talking about single elimination best of 5. And I'm going to start up this. DJM's telling us we're going to start up the stream with Demonic Demons versus Candy Crusher. And every match here is going to be streamed from now on, so you guys aren't going to miss a single thing.
Actually, I think we're going to do Empty Eyeballs versus Bewitching Bats first, and then after that, it's Demons and the Candy Crashers.
That is my mistake. Yeah, that's true.
Yes. DJM's getting ahead of the game on us, so which is great. But yeah, we're going to have the Eyeballs and the Bats facing off to start out with on Splat Zone's Triggerfish. Probably need to get that password in the chat so that they can join up.
Yeah, and I've mixed up the password this time, so people can't just remember. We're watching here. Empty Eyeballs versus Bewitching Bats is going to be a tough battle.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, this is we're going to be seeing Slash ET, MLG, Isaac, and Clem facing off against Liam, Vanilla, Brock.
We did see Liam, Vanilla, Brock, and the others on that, I believe, round 2, and they're on a roll. They're winning right now 4-0. And in that small thing we saw with them, that small match, the 2-0, I guess all matches have been 2-0, but they definitely got their KOs, and that was pretty tough.
Yep, you gotta love it. Phones are always buzzing around here, so they're ringing off the dial is what they're doing. But yeah, our first round of semifinals, we are going to have the eyeballs, the empty eyeballs, and the bewitching bats. As long as they're not the exploded eyeballs, that's a little too much for me. I don't need to watch any of the graphic horror movies today, but.
Well, you have to wonder how they got empty in the first place. Maybe we shouldn't go there.
That's true.
Maybe we shouldn't think about that. Depends on where you guys want to go with that.
That's true. I'm looking in the chat, and I knew this was going to come up. Candy Crashers, I like that name because it reminds me of Candy Crush Saga, and I'm sure I'm going to end up calling them the Candy Crushers at some point. So it's.
I definitely did earlier already. It's just in there. It's in there. It's gonna stay in your head.
And Candy who Crashers. Are we waiting for right now? I think we are waiting for. Is it CJ?
I'm just setting up the room right now, making sure everything's all good and ready to go. And I think we are. We are just waiting now for one person. I was looking for clan tags again, but Demonic Demons is not in this match.
No. Have to actually look at the rosters for this.
No. I believe NC was here before for Empty Eyeballs, and we're not seeing them this time.
NC is done with his sub role for CJ. NC was subbing for CJ, I believe, unless I've got the wrong team here.
Yeah, I think we have everybody on Bewitching Bats ready. even Slashy, who was disconnecting before. Hopefully it doesn't happen one more time, but I think, I'm not sure, you can correct me on this one, but I think some of those disconnects have to do with some of the connections we have internationally. Slashy's playing from Australia.
That is entirely possible, yeah. If there's a lot of saturation on the overseas links, that can happen.
Mm-hmm. We on Bewitching Bats, we've got some representation. Slashy's over from Australia. MLG and Clementine are playing from Canada. Isaac in the US. And for Empty Eyeballs, it's all good old USA players.
The good old US of A.
Good old US of A. Unfortunately, we are missing one person from their team.
Yes. So it is either Launch, who has been in this broadcast booth with us before, or CJ that we are looking for. So hopefully somebody is trying to track down CJ.
Is it CJ? I believe
19-inch
Launch and 19-inch.
Right? Yes. So yes, and in Discord 19-inch is CJ.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
I CJ. I don't see CJ though.
I don't. Well,
while we wait for him, I'm going to go over the map list that we're expecting for this first round that we're going through. As I mentioned before, this is now going to be best of 5. So the first to 3 wins. We're going to start off with Splat Zone's Camp Triggerfish. Over to Tower Control. Wait, did I say Tower Control? Splat Zones. Splat Zone's Camp Triggerfish.
Yep, Tower Control on Sturgeon Shipyard.
Right. Rainmaker, Snapper Canal, and Clamblade's Inkblot.
If necessary, yes, Railway Chillin' on the Splatfest stage.
Yeah, for the last 2 or 3 tournaments, I think, we've tried to set up Splatfests at the game 5s of each of these bracket stages. And
I don't think we've ever gotten there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
We've gotten close. I think the during the last tournament, everything was 2-0, 4-0. And then the previous tournament, I think we were close. I think we were just 1 away from doing a Splatfest stage, but never quite got there.
Maybe out of desperation, people start saying, "We have to win this game. Let it go to Splatfest."
So there is a little bit of traffic in the game chat, the lobby chat. They're trying to track down CJ, but we may be seeing NC again. We'll see.
NC was playing a pretty strong place in that offense before, so if they do manage to get NC back.
NC and his Octoshot. I play with NC regularly, so he loves his Octoshot. And he loves his inkjets.
Hey, just like that last tournament, inkjet is a very fun weapon to play.
Well, for you maybe. I feel like I can't hit anything with the inkjet. So.
I was in practicing for that tournament. I actually lost so many of my ranked games.
Yes, you were saying that. You were saying that you deranked because of it.
I deranked 2. I deranked twice.
Oh no.
And I was sitting at a comfortable S+X, and then just as I kept losing, I ended up on S+8 on 2 modes.
Oh no.
It's a lot of losses. It is really a lot of losses, but you know.
Well, you know, you have to learn somehow. That's what I've been told, is that, you know, just go in and play it and lose and take your lumps and move on from there. So.
Oh, I was bruised up, no question.
Yeah, one of the secrets for my frightening October of streams, I've actually been playing solo queue on stream for the first 30 minutes of stream, and you know, I'm somebody who I don't like solo queue at all. I actually hate it, and so I've been doing it, and yeah, I've ranked up once, and then I cracked my bar twice, but it was past the OK line. Unlike so many of you, I'm not actually an X rank player because I hate solo queue that much. So. 3,000 hours in the game, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it takes a lot of time, a lot of grinding just to get back up to S+X.
That's true.
In general, just going through the S+. And back when it was S+1 to S+50, that was even more of a grind.
Yep. Well, it looks like NC is going to be subbing back in for CJ. I believe that yeah, CJ was given an extra minute in the chat, and so NC is going to be coming in on the eyeballs.
All right, so yeah, we have them. It's happening. Let's go. I have to set this up. I'm saying let's go to myself.
That's right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
This way.
That's right. That's okay. Right. We have to use the appropriate Splatoon terminology.
So, bewitching bats. You got Slashy. Ooh, let me set them on alpha just to prevent confusion. Everyone can be spectating, actually.
No, they can't. It doesn't work. Trust me, it doesn't work. It does not work.
This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, that won't work.
You got MLG on alpha, which is bewitching bats. Slashy also representing bewitching bats. You have Isaac, alpha, and NC. Right? No, not NC. NC's not there.
No,
sorry.
So Slashy, MLG, Isaac, and
Clementine. Yeah. So on empty eyeballs, you have Liam, I think, Brock, Vanilla, and NC.
NC, that looks right. Splat zones on Camp Triggerfish. This dual zone, yeah, that dual zone can come back to haunt you more than once. I was in a match and it was all bombs being thrown across the the trench. So it was yeah, everybody was just throwing bombs left and right. You know, I played this one with the Tri-Slosher myself. I've played it with the Junior. I like inking weapons for splat zones on Camp Triggerfish. So
no, you're gonna need them.
You do, and again, you have that decision to make at the beginning. Are you going to go right, and are you going to go to the right, take and flank onto the enemy zone? Are you going to go left and defend your own zone? Are you going to paint the back route so that you have another way in? So I mean, there's a lot of ways to play this one, and because it's got the two zones, what we often see is that they're just flipping back and forth. So it's very difficult to get a knockout unless you can really camp back the other team.
And that's actually right. And the important part, you said there are two zones, but they are actually separated down the middle, which is unusual for Camp Triggerfish. That yes. There's just no way through the middle. There might have been when we had the hammer glitch live, but
that's true. That's true.
But no longer is that real.
Yeah, unlike tower control where there's that convenient bridge right through the mid, you have to go around in order to get across. So
right, there's big chances for backlines here. We'll see if those exist in these lineups.
That's right. So we've got on the bats, we've got MLG, Slashy, Clement, Isaac. On the eyeballs, we've got Liam, Brock, Vanilla, and NC. Seeing some classic weapons from all of them. MLG sticking with that Kensa Rapid, Slashy with the Kensa Slider Shot Pro, Clem with the custom Hydra, and Isaac with the custom Dual Sculptures.
And on the other side, that's empty eyeballs on purple. Liam, I think, rocking the Octo Shot Kensa. Brock's got his K-Pro. You have Vanilla over with the Splattershot Jr. Actually didn't expect this. The armor might be beneficial in the zones in this case. And NC over with...
Oh no, MLG popping the baller and getting knocked into the water. That's gonna hurt.
So right now the lead's sitting over on empty eyeball, 77 points. And let's watch those zones for a second. Like I said, down in the center.
Using that Hydra. Kind of keeping the far zone painted.
Right, a big chance, like I said, big chance for backline. Clem's deciding to sit up on Snipe and really just pressuring both the enemy zone as well as their flank. And Clem we've seen pretty fantastic defense from before. And shining in those 3v4 situations in the past. Really, like that his aim, or her aim, Clem's aim with that Hydra is pretty solid, pretty solid. They take it over.
Clem getting caught in the Booyah Bomb. Clem spending an awful lot of time up there on that Snipe. Finally getting taken out.
Alright, let's see, that control goes over to empty eyeballs. They just need a little more time to be able to knock off that penalty and get the 4 points.
That's right.
Brock
so far it's been back and forth. Okay, there is the lead change.
Vanilla's going for a flank across the crates to see if he can get anything. He does get one. No, but that's a distraction.
Vanilla popping that armor.
And the ink advantage that we're sitting over on the empty eyeball side. They have both flank and the enemy. They have both the enemy flank and their side. So the bats are gonna have to put together a pretty coordinated push.
Yep, the eyeballs currently in the driver's seat. Again, they are taking advantage and kind of camping the bats in the back of their spawn.
Isaac trying to see what he can do from the Snipe. It really comes down to these last few seconds. They need to stop the zone on their side. The Booyah Bomb going out.
And they do.
Oh man.
They do with one left. Can they keep it stopped? They did secure the zone.
And see falling into the water. That might cost them the win.
Oh no.
Clem taking the side down instead of going up on Snipe.
Clem using that range on the Hydra.
They just need a little more. If they can get that penalty out, it's gonna make it that much harder for the empty eyeballs to be able to take it. Let's see what Clem's looking at. Clem might get flanked from the side. He is careful to use that wall, not to get inked up so much. That suction bomb also. Whoa.
Oh, but that last second control from the eyeballs, yeah, that ended the match pretty quick. That was close. That was really close.
That really was. Actually, if the bats had somebody pressuring through the flank and is able to take out one or two of the empty eyeballs, that would have left Clem with the chance to go with a pretty advantageous situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Taking advantage of the range that they have.
Yeah, Clem with that range on that Hydra was definitely doing an awful lot of work to try and keep both zones painted. But yeah, in the end, it was just kind of an overwhelming situation from the eyeballs that took back both zones. And congratulations on that stop, though. That was a good 20-second stop.
That really was. Oh, Isaac came in from Snipe and said, stood on their flank and said, "Nobody's passing through here. This is my zone, mine alone.
It's my zone." So coming up next, we have tower control on Sturgeon Shipyard. This is actually one of my favorites.
Oh yeah? I had to find it first.
You have to find that Sturgeon Shipyard,
this place has got a ton of cranes. It's scary. All this motion. I find myself falling through some of the rotational parts on Sturgeon Shipyard, if I'm honest.
It can happen if you don't time your climb correctly, or you kind of miss the position of where it's at. That's true. What I like about the tower control route on this, it actually ends really fast. So if you can get the tower out of mid and clear those checkpoints, it is a between the goal and the last checkpoint, that is a very, very fast amount of time, very short amount of time. So it's again, there's a lot of opportunities to defend for the tower, but it is this can be very, very fast And that's one of the things that I like about tower control on Sturgeon Shipyard.
Yeah, it really can be. It's pretty simple to walk up to the tower, and its pathing in Sturgeon Shipyard is to go to the right of the tower, facing the offensive side, and going into the enemy base through strictly the right side. So it's pretty one note, one path. Predictable makes it hard to defend.
Yep.
It makes it easy to defend, I'm sorry. Hard to attack.
So on the bats, again, we have MLG on the Kensa Rapid, Slashy on the Sploosh, Clem on the Splatland, Heavy Splatland Remix, and Isaac on the Splash Neo. Over on the eyeballs, we've got Liam with the Kensa Splatter Shot, Brock with the Kensa Splatter Shot Pro, Vanilla with the NZAP 85, and NC with the Octo Shot. All going with their mains. So it is again a shooter battle. We have lost Slashy.
Oh no. Another
A disconnect has occurred.
I wonder what's going on.
Unfortunately, I believe we can't replay this one because Slashy has disconnected already.
The disconnect rule in the tournament is that if the person has disconnected once before, you cannot replay. They cannot disconnect once again. So you have to continue the match on at the 3v4. But they've done this before.
They have done this before.
They've cleared a 3v4 in the past. So nothing is impossible in this case, and they do have the lead. So really, all they have to do is keep that defense going and make sure.
That's exactly right.
They get some solid splats here and there. Isaac doing work.
Yeah, Clem taking that tower, showing off some pretty impressive skills with the Splatland class.
That's putting that back line on the tower is really advantageous. NC's coming in for a flank actually. Clem doesn't see it coming. Does get taken out. NC with the triple, wiping them pretty much immediately. Yes. They weren't able to call it out, and that stops their push. But they were able to get a few points off of that, weren't they?
They were. So, again, a lot can happen.
Just one.
NC out of the sky. That is one of my favorite things to do, is to shoot inkjets out of the sky, but we have a pretty strong push going on right now by the eyeballs. They are going to clear that checkpoint and move on, so there is a good chance that they can take the lead. But it looks like they're being stopped. The only one left is Vanilla. And now Vanilla goes down to MLG.
And they've stopped. That's it. It's 43 points. They're not going to be able to take it again. They really need to get that offense going. They have to pull
Still
together.
2.5 minutes left. MLG popping that baller to avoid getting splatted.
And MLG really securing the middle.
MLG, yes. MLG getting caught between Brock and I think NC.
And Isaac taking out Brock with 11 splats total. So Isaac was very comfortable with that Splush-O-Matic and sticking with it.
Yep, Isaac on the tower right now with that suction bomb rush. Able to get Liam with a suction bomb, taking back the tower, continuing that aggressive push forward. Again, sometimes when you're in a 3v4, you want to keep that tower on their side as long as you can. And
this is that big flex. Isaac stopping NC with that from a flank, and once again, just being kind of everywhere at once.
Wow. Isaac doing everything he can to keep that tower on the eyeball's side.
As you said, that's very important. Once it's on their side, it's just so hard to get it out.
It helps to burn the clock. It helps to burn the clock. And the more you can burn the clock when you're short-handed, the better off you're going to be.
Right. Brock doing exactly that. Brock in their court, going 1v1, right. Burning that clock off. And making sure you can open a path.
Here comes that eyeball push. It looks like they're going to take the lead. Eyeballs have taken the lead.
Pretty strong lead at that. Here's the small
and
stretch.
They're going to clear that. They're going to clear that checkpoint as well. And yeah, with that Booyah Bomb, it's going to be real.
Ooh, Clem gets one. Look at that across.
Stops the tower. This is not over yet.
An interesting Booyah Bomb to pick off Brock instead of secure the tower, but MLG is able to secure the tower for the entire team. And Bewitch and Bass is not out of this yet. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Well, you know, Liam's currently on the tower. Brock is defending. I think that is going to be a cap. So yes, The eyeballs have taken it. Again, an amazing 3v4 defense that we're seeing here. But once the map gets overrun, it's very difficult to come back. So excellent strategy on the part of the Bats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the missing man was a problem.
I mean, I think it would be even more of an even match, or honestly a hard match for the eyeballs if we had everybody on the Bats. I'm seeing in chat. Someone says, "Here comes that eyeball push." It sounds like a torture method.
Yeah, I realized as I was saying that just how wrong it sounded, but also how appropriate it is for this tournament. So
it's Halloween.
It is Halloween.
Don't worry, guys. You're safe here. You're safe here. No eyeball pushing.
No eyeball pushing, yes. So it looks like next up it is going to be Rainmaker on Snapper Canal. We've got all of the players back.
Slashy's here once again.
Slashy is back.
And I applaud Slashy for their tenacity. They keep coming back.
That's right. That's right.
Just because your internet's dodgy, the show must go on. You guys got.
Well, again, Slashy does have that multiple time zone, half a world away connection issue. So it is...
That's that. What time is it on Australia right now?
Depends on what part. They have more than one time zone.
Oh, do they?
They do. It's a big country.
Let's see. I'm checking. It's 9:24 a.m. in Australia. Oof, oof, oof. Which means D-Jam's is D-Jam still awake?
Oh, he better be awake. I do have to give a lot of applause to D-Jam for waking up at like 5 in the morning. I think this tournament started 7 a.m. his time on a Sunday morning. So
every one of these tournaments, he's successfully done it. So yeah, props to him. Beautiful, chef's kiss. And right now we're sitting at 2 points, 2-0 for the eyeballs, which means this is the match point. If they're able to take it home, then
that's right. This is a must-win for the Bats.
And do they have the weapons to do it?
Well, that is a good question. So over on the Bats, again, MLG with that Cancer Rapid, Clem with the Custom Hydra, Isaac with the K-Pro, and Slashy with the Sploosh.
We got the 4 squids. They're going to go ahead and make the most of this as they can. While they're still going. Ooh, a defensive.
While they're still going, and yes, they get stopped. They get stopped, and yes, the eyeballs again. Liam with the Kensa splatter shot. Rock with the K-Pro. Vanilla with the Junior, and NC with the Octo shot.
Now that Octo shot might be a strange decision. I'm not sure about Inkjet on Rainmaker.
I don't know. It depends on how well you play the Inkjet. It's really what it kind of boils down to. And Octo shot, I know, is NC's favorite weapon. So
yeah, we're seeing everybody playing is very comfortable with their weapon, which is a good thing to see. Like, you know, if you're comfortable with a weapon and you want to perform with it, stick to that weapon. Sometimes.
Ooh, and there is a disconnect. It looks like Clem has disconnected.
Oh, Clem. That's a tough one with the strong. That's the strong backline.
That is going to be tough.
But again,
I did see a bomb kind of go through Clem and explode and not kill Clem. So I think there may have been some internet funny business going on. And that team has had disconnects.
I don't know. They can still pull it together. With the Bats have shown that they can still hold it. They got that first initial push, and they're going to work off the points that they have. I mean, right now,
Slashy taking the Rainmaker.
Smart move. Get that Rainmaker shield back up. Make it that much harder for the eyeballs because they're gonna have to pop it again to do any pushing whatsoever. Ooh. And they're holding on every inch of their body. Slashy up top trying to eliminate the Rainmaker if they can, but they are gonna go up that left.
Yep, and see the Rainmaker.
That's what you can
And that is going to be the cap. And that is going to be an eyeball victory. Again, with the unfortunate disconnects. The Bats having so many disconnect issues tonight.
It's true. And it is unfortunate for them. But they gave it a fighting chance every time.
They gave it a fighting chance.
It is that they actually they had a lot
so
of. They had a
there
lot
is
of
a
splats.
DC approved. There is a DC approved if they stop. Let's find out what DJam is saying. DJam is actually typing in the. This may not be ogre yet.
This may not
be over, but it may not be ogre. Let's see what DJam is saying. And Yema with the very bad pun in the chat. So many DCs, we must all be into politics. So.
It's a lot of White Houses. Each one passing separate bills.
Going to the White House. Yes.
Now, they are discussing in Discord right now, seeing what's happened, but
yep,
it seems like they were playing through the full match. I'm not sure.
It seems like they were playing through the full match, but it wasn't Slashy that disconnected. It was the first disconnect for Clem.
That is true.
The rules are a little. Let me take a look at the rules. Let's see if I can pull up the rules here. Unfortunately, I can't talk to the NFL offices in New York to get the rules, but
you can send them snail mail and see if we can get something.
So the team with the DC stops playing and allows the other team to KO. The team with the DC stays inside their spawn barrier. The team with DC uses the same weapons gear shown in the result. Do not redo it. Any player in the same team DCs again in the same round. Same player DCs again any other time. Host DCs. So it's kind of, let's find out what it is.
That's why they're talking it through. Sometimes
so Liam is saying that they're fine with the redo.
Liam being captains of the eyeballs.
Yes, yeah, that is a little different this time around. There's actually a designated captain for each of the teams. Mostly it's for reporting scores, but yes, Liam is the eyeball captain. All right, we have a decision. It is a redo. It is a redo. We are redoing that match.
This isn't over.
It is not over. It is maybe ogre, but no.
We are gonna have to mark Clementine over. For that one
Until
DC.
Shrek says it's over.
Yeah. It's never ogre. Same gear, of course.
Same gear, same weapons. Everybody ready up. Let's do this. Snapper Canal Rainmaker. Clem has been rescued.
Yeah, I actually did miss that detail. When somebody DCs, it has to be their second DC. We were used to Slashy DCing, but never Clem.
That's right. It was never Clem. So yeah, we couldn't replay when Slashy disconnected earlier because that Slashy had already disconnected, but Clem had not disconnected. So.
All right, let's hope there's no DCs.
Pretty similar to me. So on the orange team, we have the bats, and on the purple team, we have the eyeballs. So yes.
All right, let's hope for that reverse sweep if they get the chance to. The bats get a second chance at it. Oh, a good splat bomb opening up from Isaac.
That's right.
And it seems like they're going to be able to have the freedom to be able to go ahead and push. They were a little hesitant on that one.
MLG getting stopped by Brock and the Kensa Pro there. And it looks like the eyeballs are taking the lead early on this one.
Yeah, that's a
getting stopped right before the basket. Here comes the Booyah Bomb. There is a pop by the eyeballs.
Vanilla carrying that Rainmaker. See if he can open up a chance. Ooh. You get a lot of kills. Isaac coming up from the top and stopping Vanilla from shooting that push. And the eyeballs still secure. Very strong push.
And here we go. NC with the Rainmaker getting stopped right at the base. Clem coming in with that Hydra.
Clem needs to clap. Clem needs to clap.
Stopping Liam. And Vanilla getting it for one. Getting stopped. And NC with the cap. That was a definitive answer.
Yes, that was a DC-less game, and Liam, I think, said that rematch can go on for empty eyeballs, and they took it. They took it again. Now that's strong. Eyeballs really.
Eyeballs was able to do it. So that unfortunately means that it's the end of the line for the bats. They're going to go back to the cave. the eyeballs are still popped out, and they'll be back in the finals. So
here and off the dial, you don't press the eyeballs. The eyeballs press you.
That's right. Yeah, that's sounds like Soviet Union.
Oh man, I love the sportsmanship though. Liam
the
could have said no.
sportsmanship was great. No, that the sportsmanship was great. I think again, I think that's one of those things that we see where a legitimate disconnect is something that none of us like to see. It's we've all been there. We've had the teammate that disconnected during our solo queue push. We've had those situations come up. So it is definitely one of the things I do enjoy about the private battles and the tournament format is the teams. They get it. They get that bad things can happen.
You're not going to get banned.
People's internets. So
you're not going to get banned for 5-10 minutes for disconnecting. That's right. So let's set that. That's it. Congratulations to the Empty Eyeballs for going. Bewitching Bats are out of the tournament now since it is single elimination. Good games, guys. Thank you for playing. And up next. Who do we have?
Up next is Semifinals Part 2. It's going to be the Demons. Yes, that's right. The Demonic Demons versus the Candy Crashers, players of the Candy Crush Saga. Maybe. And they're going to be starting out with Rainmaker on Mako Mart.
So we're going to keep the same room.
So Slashy would need to leave the room. I believe.
I guess I could just make it.
Or not. No, we've got.
There we are. Perfect.
Slashy has disconnected. Sometimes
just disconnected from the room. Go. Going over to round 2. Change that feed up. Updated. So now, whoever we have, Candy Crashers versus Demonic Demons. Again, we're going best of 5 here, just like the last match. The winner of this best of 5 goes on forward to fight for the championship against the Empty Eyeballs. And I think Candy Crashers versus Demonic Demons was a match we saw before, was it not? Round 3?
We have seen both of the teams, but no, we actually never saw them play each other. We saw the Femurs and the Candy Crashers. We saw the Eyeballs and the Demons and the Bats. And the Bats versus the Candy Crashers, but we haven't yet seen the Demons versus the Candy Crashers. So we have seen both teams before. And yes, DXD is Demonic Demons.
Oh, lucky you.
That makes your job so much easier, Sauce.
I'll still... Oh, is this the right map, actually? No, it's not.
No, we will be starting out with Rainmaker on Mako Mart, so...
We're going shopping.
Everybody better hope that there's a sale going on. I know they have lots of paper products there. So...
I'm looking for golden fish. Think you can find those there?
Oh, yes. Maybe. Well, I think we're going to find one right in mid. It's called the Rainmaker.
It's a little scary, that one. Oh, let's see. Even though we know the teams, let's list them off. We got Candy Crashers, Gentrap. Representing Candy Crashers is Gentrap, sorry. Would be P-Chip, but I think P-Chip's not here. We got Jason.
Yep, P-Chip is not here, but we've got Jason, Snowflight, and Shutters.
There you go. And over on Demonic Demons, nice and easy. DXD Jolt, DXD Cake, DXD Ultra, and DXD Epic. Here we are, round 2.
So Rainmaker on this, I was looking at my Splatnet stats, and I think this is my absolute worst combination. I can never win on this one.
Of every single mode, every single map.
We choose this really bad for me.
The tough part about this map is that you got that immediate zip line to mid. It's a very quick start. You want to really get in there, and whoever pops first instantly has ink advantage all over the middle. It's one of those maps. So
that it is, and there are a couple of ways that you can. I've seen a couple of different jump routes that people have taken with the Rainmaker on this one. So you know you can kind of go over the top if you can jump the Rainmaker. Otherwise, you have to go around to the side where you are kind of a sitting duck. So it's you know, a couple different ways to go with it. You know, you're right though. In a lot of cases, whoever gets that first pop is going to have an immediate advantage on
yeah,
this
and
particular
it's
stage.
it's such a large explosion. I've definitely jumped off of the ink rail and directly into the explosion in the past. Like that's it's dangerous sometimes. Where you decide to go really is such a large decision in Rainmaker. And I think for this one there's two paths. There's
two legitimate ones, yes.
Yeah, down the right side, through the floor, which is right under enemy spawn, and up the left side through an inkable platform, which gets you up on the far side from the enemy spawn. Both are valid, both are difficult, and that makes this a fun map.
All right, so on the Candy Crashers, we have Jason, Nolo, Gen Trap, and Shutters, and on the Demonic Demons, we have Jolts, Cake, Ultra, and Epic. And got that first pop already. Gen Trap taking the Rainmaker.
And losing it pretty much instantly.
Yeah, our weapons are, we've got Jason with the remix, this heavy splat remix, Noah with the Kensa Dapping release, Gen Trap with the Switch 7, and Shutters with the Aqua Shot. Demonic Demons taking the lead here.
Very good. And they're actually pushing up to the left side. Cake does fail to do the jump, but they get a second chance at it since Jolt.
Here's that second chance.
Yeah. So on their side, you got Jolt on a roller, which Kenta roller. Cake with the Rainmaker or Hydra.
Wow, Cake avoiding both the explosion of the Baller and the Booyah Bomb. Finally, though, Cake getting stopped.
That push is still belongs to the
with the pop. Ultra with the carry. Ultra getting stopped right away. So on weapons, it's Jolts on the Kensa Dynamo, Cake with the custom Hydra, Ultra with the custom Blue Sculptures, and Epic with the Kensa Splattershot. Gen Trap currently with the Rainmaker.
They've done a pretty good push initially. They have that 55 points. Jolt did have a chance to stop that push, but ran out of ink when the time came to swing. It just didn't happen. That Dynamo's very dangerous.
Dynamos are scary when played well.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see that from Jolt. He's even got his good. He's got Halloween festivities on. If you look at Jolt really quick, that is his fish hat, the fresh fish hat.
The fresh fish hat.
No, that's the wrong one. Just the angler. Sorry.
Yeah, Jolts did have the Rainmaker, but Shutter's kind of coming in there. And yeah, it's everybody's respawning right now. That was a lot of death.
Yeah,
we see that all of the time. We see that all the time with Rainmaker.
In a blink, everybody's wiped away. It just happens. So there, what's going to happen is that counterattack from the demons. They're going to try to push over to the left. And that's not. Sorry, from the Crasher. Candy Crashers on blue. They try to start a push on the left. Go down the center instead. Gen Trap pulling out that hammer and able to get 2 or 3 people. Opening up a path on the right side instead. So if they're able to pop that, and Shutters
grabs the Rainmaker.
Decides not to go through the
and trying to avoid Ultra here. Shutters kind of getting trapped. Here comes Shutters, gonna make the jump.
Oh, and Gen Trap there to meet him. A good
Shutters coming around the back, getting the lead.
Gain the lead over for the Candy Crashers.
Cake with that Hydra, saying no. Wow, Cake stopping Jason right there.
Gets no trick-or-treating here. The Candy Crashers go home without any candy. But
it is 43-45. This is still super close. It looks like the demons are gonna let. Oh, are they gonna let the Rainmaker reset? I think they are.
They are to their advantage.
They are reasserting turf control right now.
You see the map. That's a very good decision. Deciding not to waste time on the Rainmaker and instead spending it to get all that ink back. Remember, each mode is just an extension of turf war.
That is very true. You control the turf, you have motion, you have the ability to move. If you don't control the turf, you're gonna have problems.
Here we go. An example of that, Gen Trap tries to push ahead into Green Ink and immediately stopped by Epic and Ultra. That push is really going to go nowhere. It's essentially handing the Rainmaker back to Demonic Demons. Shutters with 2 directs on that Inkjet.
That's right. Shutters knowing how to aim that.
That's always
and Shutter's kind of getting caught, trying to get away from the Rainmaker. Ultra with the Rainmaker right now. There is a Booyah Bomb coming in behind. There's a Booyah Bomb in mid from the Demons. Here comes an Ultra Stamp.
Now with the Ink advantage, Demons are free to push down middle, but instead Ultra's going to go ahead and go down the right.
Yeah, Ultra's kind of trapped on the right. Looks like Shutters is coming to come in with the stop.
Tough. Ultra does get one, but has to trade with Gen Trap for that Rainmaker.
Cake with the top.
They really need to do this. Take these last 10 seconds very carefully, very coordinated to be able to take that.
Epic had the Rainmaker, but that bomb right there. Ultra has the Rainmaker now. This is the last chance, but wow.
Talking that Inkjet.
Wow.
That Inkjet will stop it. Ooh. So that. Who was on that Inkjet? I actually missed that one.
That, I believe, was Shutters on the Inkjet.
Well, that win definitely goes well earned to the Candy Crashers on that one. Big pushes up on the left side. Sometimes a little hesitant on where exactly they were going to go. But once they had the coordination together, that was
yeah.
There was some good dancing.
Definitely. Very close though. I mean, definitely a pretty even match as far as that goes.
Hey, those are the best ones. I love these even matches.
Forth. I know. So it looks like Clam Blitz on Walleye Warehouse. Oh boy. There's a lot of fun that can be had on this. You know, and for me, one of the best things to do is to infiltrate the enemy base and hide, but and then just have everyone super jump to me so we can clear out the clam basket and go. But that doesn't work all the time. In fact, it rarely works. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you're screaming this way in solo queue, you're gonna have a tough time getting anybody actually.
In pairs, it's actually a blast. It's a blast in pairs because you've got your teammate that you're talking to, and you can do some fun things.
Oh yeah. Now there are, for Walleye Warehouse, Clam Blitz, of course, the clams are scattered throughout the map, and there's 3 good paths over to that clam basket. 3 only paths, really. You've got the one graded going to the right. You have a ramp up on the left, and pretty much a set of step ramps up the center. And yes. those are 3 different choices on how to infiltrate the base. So you like to infiltrate in there. Do you have a favorite path?
I usually like going to the right, actually, and coming through the enemy closed. And
yeah,
if I can do it, I do it. But yeah, it is difficult. If I go through the left, the left path, that's a little rougher. Usually people can see you.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a very direct. Left is
very
long.
direct, but usually there's somebody waiting there to stop you as you make that turn because it's a blind turn right to the basket. So
I'm expecting to see a Bob Lobber or 2 actually, since it is so linear like that.
Ooh.
It's very advantageous to have just those bubbles feeding down the channel, just straight down your mouth. So here we go. That first map in Mako Mart went over to the Candy Crushers, and we're going over to the second one to see if they can continue their lead or if they get a sugar crash from all the candy.
Well, the Candy Crashers are on purple on this one. Jason with the Heavy Splatling remix. Nolo with the Kensa. Julie's Gem Trap with the Tri-Slosher. And Shutters with the Slosher Deco. On the Demonic Demons. Yeah, look at that. 2 sloshers on one team. That's always kind of fun to see. On the Demonic Demons, we got Jolts with the 96 Deco, Cake with the Splatling Deco, Ultra with the NZAP 85, and Epic K-Pro.
Right, and that they're opting for weapons that they've been comfortable before, except with those 2 buckets, the 2 sloshers deciding to go.
That is an interesting choice. Cake getting that football in. Here comes a bunch of small climbs. They take it to 50.
Yeah, that happened within 3 seconds. That was really short.
There was only one climb that missed, actually. one climb missed the target. It went a little bit too far, but
so that
initial push.
Yeah, that was really strong. I'm kind of left without words there. Candy Crushers is going to get the pity clam, and if they're able to put it together, can just get a good push going. That's all they need. 50 clams does sound like a lot. 50 points of clams does sound like a lot, but I think in this map...
Yeah, but remember that with that penalty, they really need 75.
Right, here comes the counter. Here comes the answer.
Here comes the counter.
Let's see what happens.
Currently the Candy Crushers do have 7 clams, but they're all way too far back. They aren't going to be able to keep that basket open. They are going to draw a 10-point penalty.
Demons really putting forth a strong front here. And that to their advantage also, even with the Booyah Bomb. Most of the map sitting at green, giving them freedom to really walk where they want to collect clams. They still have 20 clams, 22 right now.
That's right.
22 times 3, that's 66 points. They get it all in.
And there is a trade between Gen Trap and Epic. That drops one of the Demon's clams. Joel's picking up that clam.
Right, Ultra
making a push
left
up the
side.
left. And wow, there's a lot of death going on in there.
Yeah.
No stopping it.
I'm gonna avert my camera from that one. That was a little too gory.
Yeah. That wall, that was just a stop right there.
Ooh, and that ink advantage is actually going to change over to the Candy Crushers.
Yeah, one thing about this map is that it is so easy to, or it's so frequently that it will change color. I mean, the entire map can change color in maybe 3 or 4 seconds, depending on how the team is spread out and how they're inking. So
yeah, depending on where you're looking, because right now it's already switched over to the Demons.
Shutter's getting that stop on the football. Shutter's just throwing ink everywhere, getting another stop.
That's a very aggressive
Deco proving very formidable.
Shutter's getting the ball off and opening up the ink over for the enemy. For his team.
So Noah making a push. Push with the baller. Oh no, there's gonna be a splashdown. That's gonna ruin the baller.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
The baller can't be used.
I haven't seen that one before. A wall going up.
Yes, the splashdown can definitely stop that baller.
There was also a wall to really block off the entrance completely. Oh, here comes Jolt on the side. 7 clams able to infiltrate the enemy base as you like to.
Jolt's stopping that Booyah Bomb.
Ooh, they must be having some good voice chat because there was no this ways over from Jolt's. Or maybe they're not communicating at all. That would be tragic.
We've seen that before actually, where the winning team actually had no voice chat.
Oh yeah,
it has happened. It has happened. Sometimes you just have a good synergy between the teams. Yeah, so Shutter's coming in. Here comes the baller again.
A good choice
Shutter's
for
kind of chasing.
Decides to pop a bubble, but doesn't get anybody, and does go down.
Yeah. 96 gal Deco.
They do force a defensive bubble, but it's not going to be enough for a push, unfortunately. That's gonna shut.
Yeah, the Demons sitting pretty good right now at 50 to 80.
Just the dash. Candy Crush is really going to do something. Get a clam together. Do a counter. Ooh.
Wow.
So I think that's if I'm not mistaken.
That looks like a Demon win. Wait a minute. This is not going to be a 3-0. We're going to go to 4. We're going to go to 4 on this one for
Amazing. Sure. That's the first time we're not seeing a full sweep, isn't it? A win for the Demonic Demons. Congratulations to them. That was
right.
Nice even map.
So yes, Brock, I am Zata, and the other gentleman in the room is Sauce.
Hello, it's Sauce. Right here. Unfortunately, there's no good Halloween sauces that I can plug.
That's true. That's true.
I guess hot sauces are pretty scary. For some people, it depends on what you're going with. What's our next map?
I think you need that blood sauce. So the next map is tower control on Humpback Pump Track.
I may have gone through it like 4 times. Where is Humpback? Ah, the first one. There you go. Tower control, Humpback Pump Track. How come you're level 1?
Well, because I'm using an alt.
Oh, that's right.
My main is like level 2. It's like 59 double star now, something like that. I don't know. And it's got. I think the friends list is full again. And for those of you that know, I stream and I usually do viewer battles and viewer turfs and viewer league, and yeah, I have a real problem with my friends list becoming full. So.
Yeah, when you're playing with everybody, you're hitting that limit really quick. It's 100, right? 99?
No, it's 300.
300 friends?
Your block list is 100, but your
that's
list
what I'm thinking
is
of.
300.
I'm just busy blocking everybody. That's the problem. that is it's kind of a low threshold actually. 300.
Brock is going after the tomato sauce, the blood sauce.
The blood sauce.
It really is actually. Yeah, it's maybe a little too sweet, but
I guess not everybody can say they taste it.
Mix a little red wine into it, and I think then it starts to get the right consistency. So.
I mean, actually, I think when I was playing with DJam the other day, he said that they call ketchup tomato sauce. So that's I guess ketchup would that counts.
They also eat Vegemite there, so who knows? But...
How credible can he be, right?
That's right. All right, we have the Demons facing off against the Candy Crashers yet again. On the Candy Crashers, Jason is with that Heavy Splatling remix. Nolo with the Kensa Doolies, Gen Trap with the Spook Neo. That means beacons, guys. And Shutters with the Custom Blaster.
And the beacons are going to make something very different on this map. There's a lot of good places to hide them.
There are some really good beacon hiding spots. Over on the Demons, we're seeing the return of the Kensa Dynamo with Schultz. We've got Cake with the Custom Hydra, Ultra with the Tri-Slosher Pro, and Epic with the K-Pro.
There you go. And with those beacons, do we have any out yet? There is one set of beacons. One of the good spots you can actually see is over on the left. Yeah.
Yep, and they're using it too. They are using beacons.
Oh yes. That's
somebody
exactly
who
what
occasionally will set beacons out. It warms my heart.
The advantage, since it is such a long map, jumping over to those beacons really shortens the time to get to the tower. And you're going to see that they're placed on that first checkpoint of the tower. So if they go down, you can pretty much immediately get back to the first point of the tower. And that's going to prove advantageous for this situation right here. It's going to pause.
The Demons are on their push, but it's going to get tough. That Booyah Bomb on the tower. Jen missiling.
Does get epic. Jen with a good set of missiles from the Booyah Bomb and an Inkjet. This is a well-coordinated push coming over from the Demons. Sorry, not the Demons, that's the Candy Crashers.
The Candy Crashers are crashing the Demons party right now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Oh, look at that. There is a missile that gets Jolts.
Jen
doing everything to take that tower.
Staying on the tower.
Again, proving sticky or slippery is the case may be. There's the Booyah Bomb.
Both teams biding their time. Both teams biding their time to use each of the specials that they have. There is a Booyah Bomb ready over at the Demonic Demons, and if they can start a push there, they can really get it going further. Jolt may be a little early.
And there's the corresponding Booyah Bomb right in mid. Wow.
Epic getting Nolo, continuing that push. Epic kind of alone for the Demons. I'm not sure where the other Demons have gone. What's going on with Cake? Cake jumps back, actually forced to jump back. I missed that completely. Forced to jump back since one of the Candy Crashers, I think it was Gen Trap, went back for a flank. An interesting decision for for a team that we're getting under attack. But a good flank nonetheless, and it does give the Candy Crashers a chance to push back again. Nolo.
That's right, Nolo on the tower, but getting taken off. They are so close to, they're about halfway through that checkpoint, but unfortunately they're unable to clear the checkpoint. Here comes another Booyah Bomb. Booyah Bomb catching Ultra in its wake. Jason with the Splatling, again avoiding another Booyah Bomb. Each team is doing a very good job of trying to keep the other team away. So they're making it hard for backlines right now with all those Booyah Bombs. The Booyah Bombs kind of end up right in the backline's face.
And, you know, as soon as that backline's gone, that's pretty much half of the ink power that they have.
Well, even if they don't kill the backline, it prevents them from holding mid from those key strategic spots.
Yeah, watching the map, you see so much of that.
It gives that extra
ink.
3 or 4 seconds.
That's right. To begin a fight.
And wow, there is that Kensa Dynamo. And in the back, but yes, the mobility that Noah has with the Tulis definitely helping out. Nolo is definitely under attack.
Again, Nolo pushing ahead on their own without much help from anybody else. Shudder's able to get a sneak off that because of that beacon on the side. Can we see Candy Crashers actually get one together? Get past that first checkpoint at the very least. Are we seeing Cake standing on the left side, making sure they're watching very carefully what's happening over there. Cake with a strong foot down as a backliner, but is getting flanked on the side. That's going to give the Candy Crashers the opportunity to push, but they're actually getting pushed on their own by the demonic demons. And since they were on the card at the time, that's it. That's it for them.
That is it for them. So the demons taking Humpback Pump Track tower control.
And that leaves them with 2 points.
That's right.
The demons taking Walleye before, taking Humpback now. And that's 2 points so far, with some good momentum.
Good momentum. So, you know, we are going into the 4th round, so that we're going to see what happens here on Splat Zones on Skipper Pavilion. Yeah, that was pretty close. I mean, actually, you know, again, what I really liked about that last round was how the Booyah Bombs were being used to control the approaches to the tower more than anything else. So, and again, it was really tough for the Splatlings to just hang out and shoot at the tower. They had to reposition frequently in order to be able to stay alive during all of the Booyah Bomb spam.
Yeah, and that's a tricky situation. Once your entire like safe zone is pretty much inked in the enemy ink, you said before you're wasting 4 or 5 seconds of time, maybe more, just to try to get back onto your spot.
Yep.
That's and even with the beacons, I don't think there was as good an opportunity to get the footing back.
Yeah. I mean, the beacons again did help with the ability to move around the map quite a bit, but sometimes if the enemy is expecting them, they're gonna take out the beacons, or sometimes you just can't use them. It isn't safe to use them based on the positioning of the tower or of the other team. So. And yeah, Brock, I do know. Yeah, we met. You missed the beginning of the stream. We met in Chicago actually recently, where you kind of destroyed me in Smash before we actually did the Splatoon part of it, so.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of love from Twitch chat over here. And Zada, hi.
Yes. I admit I haven't been watching the Twitch chat as much. I have, and obviously I'm not the primary streamer on this one. I'm just in the commentary booth, so I can't hold up all of my scrawl to the camera like I normally would from all of my notes from what's going on in these matches. So.
Hey, keep it strong. I can't keep track of all of these things, so. You're 100% helping me out here, no question.
All right, so here we go. We have round 4 here in the semifinals, group 2.
This is actually a match point for the demons.
It is. So the demons, they could take it. The Candy Crashers, they could force a Splatfest map.
Oh man.
Let's see what happens.
That would be a first in our tournament.
That would be a first, since the Splatfest maps have become legal. But right now, it looks like the Candy Crashers do have control. Again, this weird, odd polygonal zone. And it is an odd polygon, that's for sure.
Well, it's not a square, is it? It's got a
it is not a square. It is not a rectangle. It is just odd.
Let's call it a keyhole. And Cake is trying to find a way to get back into there. They do take it back for the demon.
They do take it. They do take it for the first time. But yeah, we've already we're seeing it switch again and again.
Another situation, a long map where beacons are advantageous. They're able to set up the beacons at the far end of the map so that they can jump down through it. That's very important to buy your time.
That's right. Yeah, look at the demons. The demons are currently suction bombing the entire zone, but here comes a Booyah Bomb to force them out. Another Booyah Bomb, and there is the change in control again. There are so many ways to flank onto this one as well. So I mean, there are routes to this zone, but once you're in the zone, you're kind of trapped,
right?
Which is always kind of a challenge with this particular map.
I've seen
there is the change in control.
I've seen some people lose to the water on this one.
Yeah, the water can be an issue
when you're jumping off. Oh, there's a Booyah Bomb straight down the center. That was a nice shot.
Booyah Bomb. Loss of control, but it looks like we might have a change. Are we gonna see a change of lead?
Yeah, huge coordinated push coming in.
Oh no, we're not.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. It is back and forth. Jolt's kind of sitting there with that golden dynamo.
Shutter's V-Kills going on the side. Two Splatlings going against each other, but that didn't work out for Shutter's unfortunately. Getting cornered.
Oh.
But the zone does belong to the Candy Crashers still.
Candy Crashers are working down their penalty. It looks like they are going to start the clock again, and yes, they have.
Much.
So Cake working the back line with that ball point right now. Here comes some rain on the zone. Will it be enough to stop the timer? It looks like a Booyah Bomb on the top of the zone. And there is the change of control. It's coming back in. Another Booyah Bomb.
Epic sitting down in there.
Yeah.
Keep controlling.
More Booyah. Wow. I think this is like the next tournament theme. The next special tournament is how many Booyahs can you kill?
Lots of Booyah. I mean, I'm a fan of Booyahs in general. Booyah Bomb or not. So like, the more Booyahs, the better altogether. Candy Crush is crushing it right now.
Yeah, Candy Crush is definitely keeping control of that zone.
Oh, I did it. I said crush it.
You did it. Here comes another Booyah Bomb. Epic getting caught in the wake.
If they can do this, if they can hold that point for another 3 seconds, they're gonna go to Splatfest.
5, 4, 3, 2. That's
all
it.
right.
Wow. Candy Crashers taking a sweet victory there.
I mean, you gotta hand it to the Booyah Bombs, right?
The Booyah Bombs were, again, kind of ranging the other team out and just making it hard to stay in position in order to paint the zone. So, I kind of missed the count at the end there of how many Booyah Bombs there were, but there were a lot. It was a lot.
That's the Booyah Bomb meta. We're going Booyah Bombs every day. And here we are. That takes us to game 5. That's 2 points for the Crashers. Crashers.
Right. They are the candy the candy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently the sugar crashers is really what they are. But yeah, it looks like it is Splat zones on the ink is I'm sorry, Splatfest. The ink is spreading.
Yeah, the Candy Crashers took a quick nap over there, and which sometimes I have to do when I crash pretty bad, and they came back. That was that 4th game. They really woke up. They decided to go with those 2 Booyah Bombs, and I guess instead of aiming for the back like you were mentioning before, they focused that middle down really strong.
They did, and again, getting caught in the wake of the booyah bombs, that can be pretty rough. So the ink is spreading. This is always an interesting one. We've got those spreaders in the middle. You know, it's and there are actually spreaders throughout the map. This one actually comes up fairly frequently in my streams when we're doing the private battle rotations. So it's yeah, this one's interesting. If you can take control of the enemy's side, you know, you will control the entire map. So because once you flip the switches, it changes the color of the ink that's being spread from the middle. So this is an interesting one. So this is definitely a turf control mechanism type map.
Right.
You know, I'm curious to see how they play it. I mean, everybody is usually hyped up for the 4 main ranked modes. The Splatfest modes, you play them a little bit differently.
They're very unique. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and really the key is to stay alive and paint as much as you can. So you know, kills are actually very useful if you can get beyond mid, and just kind of keep the enemy in spawn. So again, the key in a lot of ways is just to camp.
That doesn't sound really exciting at all.
It doesn't sound exciting at all. But on this particular map, I think there are a couple of ways out. There you know, I'm going to sound like John Madden. You can go left or you can go right, but but there are a couple of ways out and a couple of ways around. So yeah, and it's a big map too.
Yeah, there really is. Before I speak about the 3 points, I'd like to point at the 3 capture points. I'd like to point out the fact that these are actually Halloween colors. So that's a pretty funny randomization.
Yeah, I mean the Candy Crashers in purple and we've got Jolts in orange. So it's
yeah,
that's Jolts. I
Jolts.
mean
the demons in orange.
The top person on the team on my spectator cam. But
this was originally for Knights versus Wizards, so that was the original Halloween at the time. Now, like you said before, you're talking about those capture points, those mini capture points that they get, and there's 3 of them for each. There's one on the right side, which you can see Jolt's taking right now. There are some in the middle. There's one in the middle, one big one.
The big one in the middle. Yep, the big one in the middle with the 4 spreaders.
It takes up for a lot of space. And there's one at the left wing, which really does secure the right side of when you're spawning.
That's right.
And once you secure all 3, like you said, it's spawn city, spawn camp city. All the time. So that's the lowdown of the map. And
so yeah, it can sometimes be tricky, especially to capture that middle one because it is so big. The middle switch is so big. It's almost like a splat zone of its own.
It's got the 4 rollers around it. You can see, like, now that it's purple, there's just so much purple into the middle right there. Cake trying their hardest just to be able to take back everything, make it orange really quick. With the booyah bomb might be able to do it. Ah, here we go. Everything's gonna shift to orange, and that's pretty much.
And yeah, mid is turning orange. So again, it's controlling that mid.
Already puts them at such large advantage. That was 10 seconds of ink. And the
that's right. It's already flipped. So control is flipped. So again, controlling that mid. Oh, there is a trade right there. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like it could flip back very quickly. Do they have enough range though? Really, the only major range that the Candy Crashers have is that custom Hydra that Shudders is playing. Whereas over on the Demons, they actually have 3 weapons with really decent range.
That is true. It's going to put them in a pretty good advantage. Just to pick off anybody, since as you said before, it's such a big map. So as soon as you get that range in, you get a few splats and the whole map is yours. Right now, that advantage definitely sitting on the demon side. That danger sitting at the top left for the Candy Crashers. They do get the middle. Ooh, this might give them a chance. But like with any Splatfest, with the last 10 seconds.
It is almost flipping back, although no, it looks like the Demons are managing to hold them back.
If they can get a few kills and ink a lot of necessary orange turf, then it might be it for the Candy as well. This is it.
I think that's it.
That's gonna go to orange. I believe that's a yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be the Demons. So in 5 rounds, The Demons take it 3-2.
Congratulations to the Demons. That was
Congratulations.
We saw the Splatfest at last. It happened.
In the Candy Crashers, you know, I gotta give a lot of respect to them. They were able to answer back in almost all the cases in this entire set. You know, that was good stuff.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the Demons for advancing to the grand finals, and thank you for the Candy Crashers for playing along. That was a good show altogether. Very balanced, very fun to watch games. You guys
yeah, they were, you know, in the Swiss rounds, they were the middle two of the top four, and you could see how well balanced they were. So, you know, we've got the Demons. They know that they can just stay in the lobby. They are ready to go, and you know, that means that coming up next, yes, we're going to be bringing back in the eyeballs. So it's going to be Demons versus Eyeballs coming up for our grand finals.
Mm-hmm. Should we go on and take a break for that one? Do we move right onto it? What are you thinking?
I do not know.
I
do not know. I guess we'll wait for the eyeballs to show up. I think DJam is back and ready to go for these last few rounds here.
Right,
I think DJam does have to certify what's going on.
Yeah, we get everything sorted in Smash GG. All of the matches, you know, reported, so we can move on officially to the final. And I'm curious to see what happens. Empty Eyeballs still hasn't lost a set, so it's going to be interesting.
Right.
And since we're seeing the Demons move on forward, I just want to say that as a fact, there's 207 bones in the human body, and every one of my bones right now really wants to see some shakeups go on here.
That's right. Well, we did see the Eyeballs and the Demons earlier in Swiss Round 2. And in Rainmaker, Starfish, and Tower Control Wahoo World, the Eyeballs were able to take out the Demons. But you know, it is definitely the finals now, and the Demons have been getting better as they go along. I've seen a lot of improvement in all of the Demons matches that we've seen. So I think they're getting used to each other and their play styles. So I think again, the experience of playing together in the competitive situation is helping the Demons to put up a strong fight.
And that's why that momentum matters just so much.
Momentum matters a lot.
Eyeballs have been sitting back for a bit now. They're gonna have to get themselves re-warmed up. Maybe they've been playing maybe they've been practicing in the aim.
They might have been in solo queue. I know enough players that do that. They'll just jump into solo queue between matches.
Or even jump in the practice room. I've seen people do practice room just to make sure their aim's just right.
I do practice room before my stream actually for a little while. So I try to, at least. And usually I don't have it timed that tightly, but yeah, I'll do practice room for a little while. Make sure I remember how to use the weapon. So.
Yeah, for me, the practice room doesn't really help if I'm playing Blaster, but I like to do it anyway.
That's right. All right, so I'm seeing DJam in the chat. It looks like we've got congratulations to the Demonic Demons for coming out on top. Thanks, Candy Crashers, for playing, and see you next season. It's time for the Empty Eyeballs versus the Demonic Demons. Get hype.
Yes, drop whatever you can. The support. Who are you going for? Are we looking for the Demons? Are we looking for the Eyeballs? Let us know in chat. Give us the pogs. Give us the hype. Let's go.
We need the poggers
every time. All the time.
The pog cogs.
I hope everybody's Halloween is going pretty well. Joining us here on Off the Dial, so we can get your Halloween weekend started right.
That's right. Got to enjoy our Halloween. Halloween being on a Thursday, you know, I'm still kind of on the fence as to whether I want to go to work on Friday. I should make my decision if I'm going to take Friday off soon. So
you could just drop it on them Wednesday night. Give them a real scare.
I could actually drop it on a Thursday too. So.
Thursday.
I'm just not coming in tomorrow.
That's it. And some people, I don't know Some people celebrate Halloween this weekend. Some people celebrate next weekend. That's the weird part about it being on a Thursday.
It's true. I happen to live in a place where trick or treating is on Halloween. It isn't the weekend before. I know some cities do it a little differently, but the city I live in is a Halloween day trick or treat,
right?
Kind of a thing. So yeah, it's always interesting. And actually, I'm glad they weren't trick or treating today because it's kind of cold outside and I have no candy.
So gotta get some of that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making a candy run later this week to make sure that I'm ready for it.
Well, if you do it too early, you start eating all of it.
That's right. So it looks like right now we are just waiting on Vanilla for the eyeballs.
All right, let's see. I guess NC is going to be staying in.
NC will be staying in?
And Launch never made it through. I hope they're all right.
Yeah. Well, I know that Launch needed an hour and 45-minute late pass. And so, yeah, we've been streaming, for about 3 hours and 18 minutes or so.
So they had the chance. I'm not sure where they are.
Yeah.
But we are waiting on Vanilla, though. But still excited to see these grand finals. I see a lot of support going over to the eyeballs.
Yeah, those scary eyeballs, we have scary eyeballs. Yes. And again, let's look back at the teams that we had. We had the antagonized aliens, the bewitching bats, the candy crashers, the demonic demons, the empty eyeballs, and the fermenting femurs. Oh my god, Launch is coming in.
Hey, we were just talking about him.
We were just talking about you, Launch. It looks like Launch is gonna be filling in for we're gonna have Launch filling in for Vanilla.
Right.
Yep, Launch is one of the rotational subs. Liam, Launch, and Vanilla are all in the rotational sub slots.
Right. And many of the people in this room are actually newer. So I'm glad to see some growth and some interest over on this tournament series. It's
yeah, absolutely.
Some old names, some new names. It's good.
Great way to spend your Saturday afternoon or your early Sunday morning or your Saturday evening if you're in Europe.
Wherever you might be.
Your Saturday late night. Yeah, actually, it's after midnight in much of Europe at this point. So
I think we had a player from Spain, right? And some from the UK.
We do.
Not sure if it's in this room, but
not on the Candy Crashers. Jason.
Very good. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
Okay, so that first map, again, grand finals. Welcome everybody. It's grand finals. Let's go ahead and say that. We'll start off there.
Welcome to the grand finals. Yeah.
Yes. This is going to be a best of 5 set, and we're going to start it off with tower control on the reef. So, over on demonic demons, I'm gonna change them to alpha. Okay, ultra, epic, and jolts. And over for the empty eyeballs, we're going to see Liam, I think, Brock, NC, and Launch. Launch is subbing in now for Vanilla. We've seen Vanilla plenty, and that might be a trump card. Mixing up a team can mean
mixing up a team this late in the game. This could be kind of interesting. And again, NC subbing in for CJ. NC a last second sub. NC similar ranks and similar experience to CJ, and Launch similar ranks with Vanilla, so as well as Liam, I think. So again, that's kind of how this tournament balances itself. So when there are substitutes, it can't just be anybody off the street. It needs to be somebody. It needs to be somebody that is of a similar rank and playstyle of the person that's being subbed out. And so that's why the subs, that a lot of times you'll hear us defer to DJam on decisions, and that's because he has to make the decision as to whether it's a legal substitution or not. So it's kind of like in football. You just can't throw anybody in at quarterback. You'd be stupid.
Getting a nice hulking man back at quarterback.
Yeah, you just can't. You can't just have anybody be the kicker. It's that kind of a thing. So
yeah, and it goes to show each one of these matches have been fairly even. Not very many KOs as we've seen, and just the expertise is spread very well.
Yeah,
nicely balanced. So for this tower control the reef, I consider this a pretty suicidal map.
Certainly.
Because the tower begins.
Certainly it is.
The tower begins below the bridge, And there's a bridge hanging over in the middle, and once you get to the tower, it has to pass through the bridge and passes left, going into the player's spawn with 3 checkpoints. And again, each of those checkpoints pretty deadly.
Yeah, it is, and you know, I think we're going to see some Booyah Bombs on this. In fact, let me take a look. Yep, I can see Booyah Bombs. So yeah, we're going to see Booyah Bombs. Those Booyah Bombs can actually reach underneath the bridge, and, you know, kind of stop you on the tower as well. So it's yeah, this is going to be kind of a scary match.
No question. And here we are, grand final.
Yeah, we are in the grand final. So over on the Demonic Demons, we have Cake with the Heavy Splatling Remix, Ultra with the Tri-Slotting Bow, Epic with the Kensa's Splattershot Pro, and Jolts with the 96 Gal. Over on the eyeballs, yes, the empty eyeballs, I should say. We have Liam, I think, with the Kensa Splattershot, Brock with the Kensa Splattershot Pro, NC sticking with the Octo Shot and Launch, going with the undercover, the Kensa undercover, I think. No, it's just the regular undercover.
It's an interesting choice on this one. To go ahead with the rain on a map where the rain doesn't touch the middle. It does touch the overhead. It doesn't do anything for the tower when it's raining on the bottom. The Launch must be going for something a little defensive for when they go pushing.
Yeah, definitely. And Launch was on the tower right there, so I think, you know, Launch might be actually working on defending the tower. They do have 2 players on the tower right now. The Demons do have 2 players on the tower, and that does make the tower move a little bit faster.
Ultra pushing up ahead. Kind of.
And that can be a great way to clear those checkpoints. Wow, Ultra, yeah, getting both Launch and Liam, I think, with that slot. Here comes the Booyah Bomb on the tower. Ultra knew that was coming.
That's the second checkpoint cleared out. It's going to secure a pretty good situation here. Cage dancing on the tower itself with the Booyah Bomb as well. Really giving them the chance to just keep that momentum going.
We're seeing some really good coordination on the Demons right now, but there is just a bit too much traffic going on at the tower, and that gives the eyeballs a chance to come back.
Right, that pile up, they grouped up, and it didn't, and that made it pretty easy to take them off. I think it happened off stream, unfortunately, but I think 2 or 3 of them just exploded.
Yeah, they were all kind of on the tower, and so while having multiple players on the tower makes it go faster, it also makes you much more susceptible to being wiped. So Launch is on the tower right now. Launch is pushing the tower while the rest of the team is painting up and trying to trap the Demonic Demons in their spawn. Right now, there's actually a significant turf advantage for the eyeballs.
Right.
Launch still on that tower, shielding with that Brella. There is a super jump coming into the tower. Brock super jumps to the tower but gets stopped immediately by Ultra.
If Brock had made it for an extra second or so, they would have actually been able to take that lead. The lead stays on Demonic Demons, however. Ultra...
Yes, that 22-24, they both cleared, you know, all but one of those checkpoints.
It's very tough to do that, so impressive offense ability for each of the teams. But now at this point, we're going to have to see how well they do on defense.
Here comes a Booyah Bomb. Ultra on the tower right now. There are Booyah Bombs everywhere.
As expected, the Booyah Bomb is the best.
And yes, Ultra avoiding getting blown up by a Splat Bomb that lands perfectly on the tower. But the Ink Jet from NC kind of stopping that push there.
That's true. A chance for the eyeballs to get the map completely orange. And you see this kind of pendulum shift. Like, the entire map belongs to the demons. The entire map belongs to the eyeballs. And that just that goes back and forth. That's the way this map works.
So currently the eyeballs are on that tower push. Yeah, NC getting those inkjet kills. And it looks like we're going to have a lead change. Maybe.
Yes, they will.
Yep, there it is. There is a lead change.
Cake isn't able to do it on their own. Up ahead was picked off because of
and that Booyah Bomb right at the end. Wow. That just defends the final landing spot for the tower.
Whoa. Who was that? Who's that Booyah Bomb?
That might have been Brock's, actually.
It might have been Brock's, right? A strong first game. Very back and forth.
very back and forth. I mean, you could see the turf control changing throughout the game, and both teams very focused on that objective. You know, designating a player to get on the tower, and where possible, getting a couple of players on the tower to clear those checkpoints. Again, I think excellent coordination among both teams in that particular match. Again, I think there was just a little bit of overwhelming momentum on the part of the eyeballs at the tail end of that, which sealed up the victory. So everything can change in Rainmaker. Rainmaker, though, especially on Inkblot Art Academy. Yeah, I mean, Rainmaker, one of the fastest modes in this game. You know, you can get a cap in less than 30 seconds. You can't do that with any of the other modes. Maybe it's possible with Clam, but I don't think so. I don't think they spawn enough clams in the first 30 seconds to do that. So it's yeah, this could be really interesting what we see next.
You're right, and the eyeballs must feel good about that first win. That kind of showed how strong they can push forward, and that's going to shine in Rainmaker, because Rainmaker is all about confidence, getting on forward.
It is. And, you know, again, Rainmaker too, you know, having your teammates able to get you a path. You know, I have seen, you know, I was watching a clip recently where somebody was playing Rainmaker in a lower level lobby, and you know, the person with the Rainmaker spent the entire match shooting the Rainmaker, even though there was a clear path right up to the tower. and again, it's again, relying on your team in this to get you that path, you know, so that you can, you know, just swim forward and then use the Rainmaker for defense. That's actually how this one works. So a couple of different ways to go with the Rainmaker on this one. Yeah, everybody kind of goes the same way. There once you get into the enemy territory, there's a couple of different routes you can take, but
They're getting in there is the first challenge, though. There are two paths for the Rainmaker. They're both left bearing. You can either go up the ramp, or you can decide to take up the inkable right block. And both of those paths get you up to the enemy spawn. Those are the only ways up. So it's very easy for a weapon like the Blob Lobber to shine, although we don't see it.
We aren't seeing the Blob Lobber, but we are seeing the Slosher Deco over on the demonic demons. Jolts with that Slosher Deco.
Brock looking with that Daisho also with a Booyah Bomb going out. Very strong offensive.
So currently the eyeballs do have it. They do have the Rainmaker.
That's what we're talking about. Well, this is what you were talking about. Once you get that right, the game can end so fast. Oh.
And it looks like the Rainmaker was stopped.
No, Jolts doesn't want this game to end yet.
That's right. And here comes a Booyah Bomb. And a triple kill with one Splat Bomb.
That
hurts.
That's a wipe. That's a wipe. That's
and
a dunk.
Here comes that cap. Launch with the Rainmaker on the cap.
No, one Booyah Bomb will do. I mean, one good placed Splat Bomb will do that.
That Splat Bomb, there were 3 players, you know, in exactly the right range. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
We see that again, the grouping over on just unfortunate placement. That grouping over on the demonic demon side lets that opportunity happen. It was a big triple. I wish I knew who threw that one. Go back on the stream and see who threw that. MVP.
Oh my gosh, I think both NC and Brock had Splat Bombs on that. So
wish I caught it. Unfortunately not. And that's the second point over to the eyeballs. Very quick.
We know it, you know, on Rainmaker, it can go really fast, and in that case, it went really fast. So Splat Zones on Piranha Pit. Oh my gosh, this is a double zone nightmare.
This is a very tough map. Just altogether.
There are high points, there are low points, there are moving ramps. There are a lot of ways that you can go in this particular one. You know, there are, I believe the ink lines are in this one as well. So it's
I think they are. Yeah, I think so too. You got everything. You got sponges even.
Yeah. There's sponges. There's ink line. This map can be really ugly. And again, being that dual zone map, you're not going to be able to use one Booyah Bomb. But if you have 2 Booyah Bombs going off, I believe you can flip both of the zones. So it's you know, it's going to be a coordination problem or a coordination challenge.
Right.
or an opportunity.
Hey, if you can get those Booyah Bombs coordinated together, it's going off. That control goes instantly to yours, but you have to be able to aim them too, right?
And I think Booyah Bomb seems to be one of the most popular specials of the day today. So it's again, I think the K Pro has a lot to do with that. But you know, a lot
how
of
unusual.
How unusual. But we have been seeing, you know, again, we have been seeing a lot of activity with the Booyah Bomb. So
right. That's true, and we might be able to expect to see that. It's either going to be Rain or Booyah Bomb, I think, on this one. And the way people have been playing today on today's tournament, I think it's going to be the Booyah Bomb.
I think so too.
So for Splat Zones, Piranha Pit, the lay of the land, each zone, there's 2 zones, as Zada said. Each is located in the open space right outside the front door of your spawn. And that central conveyor belt, like there's 2 conveyor belt ramps, and each of them grants a lot of freedom in navigating the middle. So catching those zones is very hard. Let's see what we got.
And I am seeing some Booyah Bomb action coming in. Over on the Demons, we got Cake with the Heavy Slatting Deco, Ultra with Cape, Epic with the Kensa Splatter Shot, and Jolts with the Kensa Dynamo. Over on the Eyeballs, we got Liam with the Kensa Splatter Shot, Brock with the K Pro, and C with the Aqua Shot, and Launch with the Aerospray PG.
And pretty much, that's the layouts that they've been going with, right? That's the rollouts. The weapons that usually playing. So this is going to be a back and forth until the Booyah Bomb can go out. We can expect that. Jolt is going to have a fun time, actually, with that roller. Yeah,
Jolt's managing to catch Liam, I think, in that roller explosion, and getting Brock and getting NC.
See, look at that.
Finally going down. Yeah, the Kensa Dynamo, and again, there's your Booyah Bomb.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of roller play on the conveyor belt, because there's just so much advantage to being on that ramp, jumping down to get any kill. Really, like you're almost guaranteed. You replace it well. There's bubbles going out, Cake pushing forward. Good offense going on from the Demons.
Yep. So yeah, the Demons able to flip the zones and take control for a little while. NC currently in ink.
The Inkjet on the side, is he able to take anything? They do get the zone on their side. To pressure the other side yet. Ultra still alive. Gets taken down by some missiles. The conveyor belt wasn't the best place to be in that situation. But the missiles definitely do help out with that.
And here comes the Booyah Bomb. And Brock kind of doing some work there with the Booyah Bomb and trying to zone the Demons out.
And it might be working well. They have so much green on the map. They're Booyahing out. One Booyah Bomb goes out. And stop the timing for a little bit. And that was the coordination. They did the 2 Booyah Bombs. Demons, even with the Booyah Bomb, the extra Booyah Bomb, weren't able to really take both points, unfortunately. They're slightly off. But they're going to have to coordinate a little better if they're going to keep this team going. This is the match point. This is it.
That's right. That's right. They've got to win. The Demons do need to win this one. And that Booyah Bomb catching Jolts along with the stickiness of the ink. Yeah, sometimes you get caught in that, but
oh, Brock with a triple though. Like his time over on the enemy spawn, he spent very well. Was taken out by the bubble. But this is gonna be it. They're gonna have to take one last
The Demons are gonna have to make something happen in one of these zones.
Oh, they're in. They're doing it. They're trying. They're trying so hard, but I think the final's gonna go to the Eyeballs.
Oh. The Eyeballs.
That was a heavy
With
dedication.
That final Booyah Bomb over the middle. Oh my gosh.
That was a strong. They tried really hard on that last push. You saw it, drop all the cards, just get in there. Somebody get on the point. And let's just try.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had 7 Booyah Bombs on one team and 7 Booyah Bombs on the other, I believe, if I'm counting it correctly. I knew there was going to be a Booyah Bomb, but boy, that was a lot of Booyah.
That is a ton of booyahs. I mean, we probably needed booyahs in chat to get that going. But Piranha Pit is It showed. You were right. Validated. Piranha Pit is a fantastic Booyah Bomb map.
It is a Booyah Bomb map for sure. So, you know, that is gonna wrap up the finals here. You know, the empty eyeballs winning the tournament.
There you go.
Undefeated.
Congratulations.
They did not drop a single match throughout the entire.
That's very impressive. Good games to the eyeballs. That was such a strong run. And even switching over to launch on that grand final. I was a little doubtful when he pulled out that Brella at first.
Oh yeah, I know. I was a little scared when I saw that undercover Brella. I'm like, what?
But it all seemed to work out for them at the end. Like, where did that come from? So we put our votes in for Booyah Bomb special tournament next time around.
Yes, I think the next special tournament. Yes, the special series Booyah Bomb tournament. It's got to be the next one. Yeah. So yes, that is going to be the match. You know, what do we have? Do we have any exit videos or anything like that? Do we have anything special in that area?
No, I don't think this time around we do.
Oh boy! All right.
No video or anything. Maybe we can get a raid going or something. But...
Maybe we can get a raid going. Yeah, we got to wait for D-Jam. He is again in in a completely different time zone from us. So hopefully he's still awake.
Oh, he's already got one. I just checked the Discord chat.
Excellent.
Yes. So once again, wrapping things up here. Congratulations to the empty eyeballs for winning first. Demonic Demons going second, and Bewitching, was it Bewitching Bats and Candy Crashers made it up to the end? Yes.
Yes, it was. It was the Bewitching Bats and the Candy Crashers also making it into the top cut today. So thanks everybody for joining us. I'm Zada.
I'm Sauce. Congratulate and thank you over to D-Jam and Lepto over in the Off the Dial. You guys can join the Discord for next time around if you want to. And you can catch Zada's streams, I guess, throughout the week, right?
I'll be streaming at 9 o'clock Central today. So in about 2.5 hours, I will be back on camera for about a 4-hour stream. So late night with me, if you are interested. So
I stream in the afternoon, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So feel free to catch us all. Thank you all for joining along. This is Sauce. I'll see you next time.
This is Zada. And remember, it's dangerous to go alone. Ooh. So find a team at the Off the Dial server.
Thank you guys.